Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Realm of Shade, the House of Lament, Session 2.
Heyo.
Hey! We will not be having Asa today. She has situations, but she is okay. Devin will be late by an hour, but he will be here. I believe, if no one has anything to say, I do have the recap in front of me. Oh, yeah, I do have, as I mentioned in the chat for you guys, I do have the sound effects set up for Kenku in Kenku itself now, so I don't have to use voice mod anymore. So I think there was like a few that you didn't get to hear last time, unfortunately, such as this one for when the cloak dude flew off. Let me make sure to. Did that play?
Do you have VLC open?
I do have VLC open. There it goes. I just had to accept all links.
That's right.
I'm very sad that that one didn't play through. But yeah, so last time we left off. When we last left off in the House of Lament, 6 travelers received a mysterious letter directing them towards a nearby woods. As each one of them departed following its instructions, the clouds began to darken as the mist grew heavy. Reaching the crossroads in the middle of the forest, they spotted a cloaked figure standing amidst the rain. Before any of them could get a closer look at the stranger, its head suddenly jerked up, revealing 2 piercing gold eyes. Birds of prey let loose ravenous cries as the billowing cloak around them morphed into 2 black matted wings. Huh?
Oh, hello. Okay.
I don't know why that did that. 2 black matted wings. That threw me off for a moment. As the figure vanished before their eyes, one by one, each of them noticed the presence of 5 others on the road. Having a brief conversation amongst themselves, including a small but prickly family reunion, some of the travelers realized that they were no longer on the same roads that they had once started upon. Lost and without shelter, the adventurer, Boris, spotted a grim black tower rising over the nearby hills in the distance. Running towards it, all while trying to protect themselves from the rain, they came upon the silhouette of a 3-story tall manor, covered in ivy. Underneath the sagging roof of its front porch, candlelight glimmered out into the dark, as a man in a brown trench coat appeared to be carrying luggage into the building. Calling out to the stranger, the travelers soon discovered the man to be a detective, investigating what seemed to be the residence of a haunted house. Offering to help carry the luggage inside, the man led them into the manor as they met the second detective, Alanic Ray. Within the parlor, the wheelchair-bound elf explained to them that this house had once belonged to that of the wealthy merchant known as Lauren Halvers. Why is it pausing the music? Is it detecting it through me for some reason?
Maybe.
Huh. Didn't do that last time. I'll have to check in a moment. After I finish this. Where was I? Lauren Halvers. However, after his late departure several years ago, the house has suddenly become abandoned as its residents mysteriously vanished one day. Over the course of these last few years, the manor had become rumored to house several disappearances, as paranormal activities seemed to occur frequently within. Having just arrived, the 2 detectives had had little opportunity to investigate the manor, as Alanic Ray offered each member of the group payment for their help in exploring it. Being forced to remain behind, Alanic now focused on preparing a seance.
Is it pausing the music?
It is pausing the music. Hold up. Let me...
Restart Kenku.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart Kenku. It seems to be detecting it through me for some reason. Sorry about that.
Kenku is still.
Kenku is dead. We have murdered Kenku. Alright. Kenku?
It's not like they could have any dust screens. Kenku!
Oh, Kenku's in the wrong chat. Kenku! Alright, let's try this now.
Disconnect.
Disconnect?
Just doing the weird thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
I just... Spotify is closed for me. I don't know what's going on.
Anyway.
Where was I? Over the course of these last few years, the manor has become rumored to house several disappearances of paranormal activities seem to occur frequently within. Having just arrived, the 2 detectives had little opportunity to investigate the manor, as Alanic Ray offers each member of the group payment for their help in exploring it. Being forced to remain behind, Alanik now focused on preparing a seance in hopes of contacting one of the late residents as the group ventures forth within. Is it pausing? Jesus Christ. I mean...
I think the music.
I think the music was in between songs at that point.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, set to automatic detection, just in case. Having headed into the northern rooms of the first floor, the travelers found themselves within a spider-like ballroom. Before Brandon could ignite the fireplace, a gruff voice echoed within the chamber. Posing a simple but diabolical question, it asked if those in attendance would forsake a woman called Lady Silvera. Showing belligerence, Brennan tossed a ball of fire into the nearby hearth as the stained glass windows behind the podium shattered. Those who had shown reluctance to answer, or had submitted, were met with an ear-splitting screech as the panes of glass fell to the floor. Having retreated from the ballroom, Brian next witnessed the ghost of a woman in the conservatory. With a black and purple dress carrying a grey parasol, she disappeared before his eyes as gardening tools began hovering up into the air. Seeing Karen out of the corner of his eyes, Brian turned around to face her, giving a word of encouragement as he stood in place as the tools drove their way into his back, missing the scholar. As Brian walked past, the words uninvited etched their way into the window. Now, as they all huddled into the entertainment room, Boris stands before them at a table full of Troika cards. So, Boris, what are we doing?
So you said 3 sets that are very specifically laid out, right?
There are 3 sets of 5 different cards, 1 in the middle and 4 cards, 1 on each side of them, on left, top, right, and bottom.
No, so there's 3 in that configuration, or is it just 1?
There are 3 different sets of cards in a configuration of 5 cards.
Okay. I've asked everyone to not touch them, and any that got picked up, I put down, specifically trying to keep them in the same order.
Mm-hmm.
And just staring at them and thinking, and I could. Oh, it's been a while. I can read.
I can read. Show you this again.
It's been a while since I've had the chance to meet a Vistani and have this read, but I think I can do this. Yeah. And I'll start with this one, which would happen to be the one probably on the left or something.
It is the one at the head of the table. What appears to be the head of the table.
Okay, then I move to the head of the table, and
all right.
Just taking my time because I'm not a reader of this, but just something in me clicks when I'm looking at these.
All right. So as a refresher, while you are not an expert on reading the cards, you have in fact dealt with the Vistani and do understand the fortune-telling practice to a degree. So, from what your understanding is, the cards are arranged in a pattern of 5, card of 5 reading, with the card in the middle being the focus card, meaning it is the card that is ever present throughout the entire reading. It is the one that is the focus of the reading at the moment. The card to the left is the card of the past. It tells the story of the individual's past. The card above is the card of the present, which tells what the current events are about. The card to the right tells the story of the future, which is fairly self-explanatory for you. And the card at the bottom is a new, unique card, called the Card of the Journey. It is a mysterious card in what you remember. It effectively tells events that are playing in the background or could happen throughout all of these cards. In fact, maybe the card that is going through the entire cycle up until the end where the future is met. So, at the head of the table, you see in the middle the focus card, the Rogue. You understand the Rogue as a card that represents anyone for whom money is important. Those who believe in money, those who believe money is key to their success. The card of the past is the Merchant card. A rare commodity or business opportunity, deceitful or dangerous business transactions. The card of the present is the mercenary. It represents inner strength and fortitude, those who fight for power or wealth. The card of the future is the ghost. The looming past, the return of an old enemy, or discovery of a secret buried long ago. And finally, the journey card is the card of the horseman, which represents death, disaster in the form of loss of wealth or property, a horrible defeat, or the end of a bloodline.
Okay, and so again, he's running his hand through his beard. Just okay. I'm just summarizing my own words. Let's see. It's a person that likes money in some form. So someone who cares for money, hand over rogue and tapping it, merchant. Someone that had an opportunity, be it dangerous or deceitful, for money, tapping merchant. Mercenary. Ooh. Those who fight for wealth. Yes. He's nodding as he's doing this. Ghost. Oh, what was Ghost? No, that's not what Ghost was. Ghost. Secrets buried or enemies returning. And then Huntsman.
Horseman.
Horseman. He rubs it. Death, disaster, the loss of wealth, or a defeat. And he's just looking at the cards, not looking at anyone else, and he puts them into a little pile, and then moves to the next set.
You take a look at the next set. There are the set directly to the right of the head, as well as the set that appears to be in the middle. You're moving on to the right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead and get this set for you. So, you see this pile of cards. As you see before you, the card of the focus, which is Dojon, which represents isolation and imprisonment, being so conservative in thinking as to be a prisoner of one's own beliefs. The card of the past is the beggar, which represents sudden change in economic status or fortune. The card of the present is a diviner, the pursuit of knowledge tempered by wisdom, truth and honesty, sages and prophecy. The card of the future is the conjurer, the coming of an unexpected supernatural threat, those who think of themselves as gods. And the card of the journey is the innocent, a being of great importance whose life is in danger, who might be helpless or simply unaware of the peril.
Okay, let's see. Dungeon, and again, each time he's doing, he's putting a couple fingers on it. Dungeon, trapped. Yes, trapped, and slides over. The beggar, a change in wealth. Divine, the seeker of truth. He seemed thinking for a second. Yeah. Conjurer. Supernatural threat. Someone that thinks of them as all-powerful. And then looks down at the end and actually picks this one up. And it's kind of rubbing it between his fingers. Someone's in danger who's important. They may not know or can't do anything about it. And he gently sits it back down and puts the rest of the cards together. And then moves to the stack in the middle.
Alright. You move to the stack of the final set of cards. As you see, as the focus card is the missionary. It represents those who spread wisdom and faith to others, warnings of the spread of fear and ignorance. The card of the past is the philanthropist. It represents charity and giving on a grand scale, those who use wealth to fight evil and sickness. The card of the present is a guild member. It represents like-minded individuals joined together in a common goal, pride in one's work. The card of the future is the Raven, a hidden source of information, a fortunate turn of events, a secret potential for good. And finally, the card that represents a journey, the Mist, something unexpected or mysterious that can't be avoided. A great quest or journey that will try one's spirits.
He gets to this one, and the other two he's been slow at, but he's just staring at it.
Everything
This
okay,
time
big
he's
guy?
picking them up. Yeah, this one's just a little different. Picks up the missionary. Spreads wisdom, faith. Warnings of, gives the warnings of fear and ignorance. Picks up philanthropist?
Philanthropist, yes.
Philanthropist. Okay, thank you.
Philanthropist.
It's a
Cheers.
bit hard word.
I'm
It's
never
a bit
gonna say that
harder
right.
word.
Charity, giving,
Philanthropist.
wealth to fight evil and sickness, and he's putting them together. Guild member, like-minded individuals, for a common goal. Pride in being a Raven. And this one, he's kind of rubbing a little more. It's hidden information, but good overall. Fortune in your future. In the mists, and he's just, this is the one he's kind of been, it takes him a second to pick up. Mysterious stuff that can't be avoided. A great quest that will try anyone's spirit. This one might be a little bit more personal to us. He puts this stack of cards, he put all 15 together on a table.
You put all 15 cards in a pile on the table. As you know, a Joker deck consists of 54 cards.
Oh, okay. And then, to anyone looking at him, he's almost looks a little scattered. He might have a little bit of a cold sweat going as he's wiping his brow. Okay.
Sure, you're okay, big guy?
Yeah, that was, I had to concentrate more on that than I thought. So we had whoever was at the head wanted money. God, it was a lot of money. Wanted money. Had a chance for money. Worked for that money. But something of the past comes back. And disaster.
How vague.
Hey, I'm not the best at this. The one to the right was someone trapped. Sudden change of money, probably the first person got the money from. Wanted answers. Supernatural to some way, and someone important is in danger.
Or was in danger.
Was. I actually imagine someone it was, and he takes a second, was in danger. And this one is people that spread good, they give to fight evil. People working together for the sake that will succeed, but they'll be in a great journey or quest to succeed in that. Which means the people that fight that. So we have a person searching and wants money, something that was probably stolen from, or something to that extent. And the people that will actually fight the bad. Weird 3. While I was looking through them, did any of the 3 seem different? Like, did the third set have less dust on them or anything?
All cards appear to have been properly read around the same time. However, if you wish to give me a wisdom check to see if there are any, just a wisdom check.
You want it in the tower, or?
You can roll it straight plain in the chat.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, had a feeling.
You're unsure if there are any major connections or differences between the cards, other than you are certain that, from what you can tell, the cards were all read at roughly the same time.
Okay, that's about all I can get from reading. And if it was Sonny, I knew we probably could have gotten a little more out of these and actually been told something. But I mean, it's something. We got someone wealthy wanting more money that will have a bad time. Someone that will have a supernatural, all-powerful, and have a threat to someone, and the people to fight against it. Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, I don't blame you. Can I take one quick look around this room to make sure there's nothing missing, like no fifth set of cards or where the remaining cards are? Because it's odd to me not to have a full set of cards or a person.
Feel free to make me a intelligence investigation check.
And I will use the D6.
All right, go ahead and click off your usage and roll the D6.
I'm just being a little laggy. Okay, well, 13 probably won't get much, but...
All right, Boris, you take a look around the room. You notice that, as it is a entertainment room, there are shelves and such of general curiosities, of games and other trinkets. As you are examining the shelf, you do in fact see a wooden box, which you can most likely guess to be a yellow wood, perhaps a cedar wood box on the shelf. It does appear to be somewhat hastily put away, as there is a silk scarf that seems to be dropped off to the side onto one of the lower shelves below it.
Huh. I'll pick up the silk scarf and the box.
You pick up the box. Do you examine the box?
Yeah, and also examine the scarf to see if there's any symbol.
You examine the silk scarf. There does appear to be some sort of symbols and words. Generally what you can consider Vistani type symbolology. Symbology.
Okay. Yeah, it's from a Vistani. It's not some lady in. Okay, got it. And then I'll examine the box.
You examine the box. You open the rather simple box, and you find a Troca deck in it that appears to be missing some cards. As I will add that to your inventory.
Huh. A little weird. They just look. They put it away in a hurry, but why would they even put it away anyway? That's odd. Oh, it's in the party. Got it.
Yes.
I was on me. I thought you put it in my sheet.
With this, you have a full set of choke guards at your disposal.
Huh. Okay. Is everyone good to continue? I think we got a couple more rooms left.
Yeah.
As a reminder from last time, within the room there is, other than the bottle of whiskey and the choker deck you have interacted with thus far, there is an ornate box decorated in silver filigree in the middle of the table, as there appears to be some tiles scattered around it.
Gonna mage hand touch it.
You mage hand touch the box. There is
Brennan poke
nothing.
at the same time.
Well, so we could say this happened before the reading, because he probably sat there and stared at it for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Alright. You mage hand touch the box as Brennan pokes it. There is nothing drastic that occurs.
I
The-
open the box.
Lid that was propped up against the box falls over, though.
I look inside the box.
You look inside the box, as
The
you
box stares
see,
back.
and the box stares back, and what's staring back at you inside this box are a few dozen pieces of ivory that seem to have, on some of them, a letter printed on one side.
Is this... Do I recognize the game at all?
Feel free to give me a history check. I'll say that's enough. You recognize the game as you take a look off to the side and see the word shuffle engraved on top of the box. This game is effectively an anagram sort of game. The goal of it is there is a group of tiles with one letter on a side. Both players, or up to 5 players, may start by having all tiles flipped over, taking from the pile and creating a word out of it. The player who manages to find the most amount of letters rearranged out of a series of words and writes them down wins.
Oh, it's the game you always beat me at when we were kids.
The game also, as you may know it, was called Jumble. It is also referred to as Rearrange.
Yeah. You're never so good at words.
I'm absolutely amazing at words. Thank you very much.
Oh. Anyway.
Will be something fun to do while we're resting.
You are
so.
very quiet, by the way, Snack.
Do you take the
I
shuffle
take
box?
the box.
You take the box, and you take the tiles, and you put them in your inventory.
I take the box and I take the lid. And I put them in my bag.
Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to put it in the truck, so I just didn't forget.
No worries. Alright, you are putting it in the bag. If you wish to take any further examinations around the room, you may, but as far as Boris can tell, other than general board games and card games and such, there is nothing else of importance within the room.
Okay. This might have just been their cleanest room to do this. Or they thought it would be fun to mess with fortune telling. But there definitely was a Vistani here, as I'm carefully putting the scarf in my bag. Knowing how Vistani are with their garments, if he sees one, he can give this me in good favor.
You head out of the room.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we're all good.
Taking a look to see how much room there is here at the bottom, and then take a step down.
There is quite a bit of room at the bottom.
At
Yeah.
You open the door.
I I shall open the door.
Door shall be opened. As what you see inside appears to be... Oh. We'll just do that. What you see inside appears to be a gallery, as moody landscapes and dour busts atop marble pedestals collect dust in this modest gallery. In an alcove to the east stands a larger-than-life onyx statue of an athlete wrestling in monstrous disembodied tentacles. To the west, a wall made of black stone curves into this room, an arch opening to a darkened space beyond.
Yeah, they definitely had Barovian architecture.
Is that like a giant octopus or something he's fighting?
That I don't know. I'm just meaning the dark stone.
I mean, you don't see tentacles that big normally.
True.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woman, your sister's throwing herself at me. What?
You stepped on me.
Stepping on people.
I said my movement first.
No, I did.
I'll kill you.
Do it.
Do it.
Fight.
Out of character.
Okay, let's continue. What were these 3 little pedestals here again?
3 little pedestals. They all appear to be statues.
Okay.
Of busts. They appear to be a sort of Renaissance piece, one could say. An art collector type of deal.
Oh, crap. Hold on.
those are
Hold on.
stairs.
Let me cancel that.
Those
Ah.
are stairs.
Brennan is taking a look into the next room.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, if they wanted a nice look at a bus, they got me.
I am gonna look at a bus just to see if like there's a name or if there's anything specific with them.
Again, Snack, you are quiet.
Okay.
You
AKA
take a look at
Turn yourself up, nerd.
one of the bus. Give me a general intelligence check.
Okay.
It's definitely a bust of some refinement. You can tell that whoever made this room had a good bit of money to spare for when it came to collecting.
But there's no like name listed under it or anything like that.
There does not seem to be any particular name listed on it.
Okay.
From your understanding, this appears to be a gallery set to entertain guests who came through of exotic pieces.
Okay. I thought it might have been, people the owner knew and being like, aha, look how much money I have. Made to bust previous family members.
There's some stairs, but we're not going upstairs yet, I don't think.
Yes.
What was the
Brennan.
big statue over by Ulrich and Cloud again? That was the tentacle?
That was the tentacle. Would you like to examine it?
I'll give it a look. It's a
Alrighty.
little strange to have something like that. But with a bunch of busts, it's probably just some weird statue.
Go ahead and give me a investigation check. Would you like Ulrich to do an investigation check, perhaps with advantage?
What's his modifier?
+4.
Oh yeah, sure.
Alright, Ulrich will go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage. I'll say that is easily enough. As you and Ulrich are investigating the statue, you do realize that it is hollow and the figure's eyes open into a cavity inside.
Oh, that's strange. Okay.
However, the statue does not seem to be able to... You cannot fit your hands directly into it. In order to properly reach inside, it may have to be destroyed.
Hey. No, wait, I might destroy this statue. It seems hollow on the inside and, might get loud for a second.
And break a maybe important piece of artwork. Oh no.
Do you want this tentacle statue?
Do I look like I could carry it?
her some mage. You have some way.
No. She is very, very,
I'm gonna move you back here for a moment.
she is what you call weak. Physically.
No, I mean with magic. Like, she might know some magic or something. Okay.
Excuse me,
She
I have
does not
plus one
lift.
strength, motherfucker.
Okay.
She does
Take a
not
step back.
lift.
Unfortunately, you miss as you
I
take
hit
a
like
swing
the
at
base
it.
of it, and I was like, oh, nope. Worried I was gonna hit one YouTube. Okay, let me take a second to hit this.
Raise the volume control real
Swear
quick.
to goodness, there better not be anything in there.
You take a swing at it. Feel free
For a
to
second,
roll
I thought
me your
I thought I
damage.
rolled another 3, and I was like, what the fuck?
That would be funny. You take a good swing at the statue as... What are you swinging? A warhammer? You swing right through the head of it, smashing it off as it shatters the pieces against the stone wall behind it. And- Smashing. As you look inside, you discover a scrap of parchment. A folded scrap of parchment.
It's extra strange. Okay. And like gently dust in the any fragment that are left, and just reach in very slowly, and just. Okay, well, nothing bit me.
Nothing appears to have bitten you from inside.
I'll unfold the parchment or unroll it, whichever.
You unfold the parchment. With inside is a few short sentences. Shadowed fingers, eyes like glass. Beware the below. L. Dolan. So I shall add the parchment to your inventory.
And the moment that you read that, a trapdoor opens.
Sorry, no, it's like he talks like this.
It appears that there is no trapdoor that opens,
Okay,
no matter how much you imagine it.
I'm checking just
That's not good.
over here and then back up here. Make sure there's like nothing else.
Okay,
over
so
the stairs.
yeah.
Yes,
good
as
thing
Brennan-
we did-
Go ahead and
we did
finish.
not go to the basement.
Alright. As Brennan enters the room first off, wind moans through the open interior of the open interior of the ancient tower attached to the manor. Stairs curve from the floor to circle the dark granite walls and vanish into a chamber high above. As Brennan walks around the tower
And slams into a wall.
and slams headfirst into a wall.
Ow. Sorry, was not looking in front of me. Alright.
There appears to be stairs going down and stairs going up.
We can check that out later.
So there's a basement and an upper floor. Okay.
Isn't that like the turret tower?
Aaron, as you recall, this manor does appear to be 3 stories tall from the outside.
Alright, let's head back. Get set up for the night.
Yeah, sure. I will
Is
say that-
everyone
That
returning?
is the first floor checked.
Everyone returning back to the parlor?
Yeah.
All right,
Might as
I
well
will
tell
cancel.
what we found while we're here.
I will
Just
cancel
manually move
movement
us.
as I will manually move all of you with the party
And he's
sheet.
dead.
Meanwhile, Brennan
And-
trying to walk through walls.
As you
Oh,
discover
yeah.
both detectives dead within the chairs. Anyways,
Ah! Oh yeah! Oh no.
Murder
we shall
suicide.
add you
God
there.
damn.
Murder, suicide, truly abominable. As we shall re-add both our detectives to the scene. Oh no, he is an enemy. He is no longer an enemy.
I knew it. Never trust
For a
anyone.
moment, he thought a singular thought and then went, that's stupid.
he didn't know who was showing up. Then he remembered. Oh, we talked to some random strangers an hour ago.
You enter the room, you see the elf in the wheelchair slowly slide a hand back down the pistol hold as he drops it back in.
Thank you.
welcome back.
Thanks, Agent Kim, for helping me find my pistol.
Okay, that's first floor.
You guys went through the entirety of the first floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a
yeah.
bit of noise out there. I hope you didn't run into anything unsavory.
Author boy got stabbed with trowels.
So it appears.
There's a
I can
door
help you if you
like,
need.
directly behind us that
The windows exploded.
and screamed some like
A scream?
magical. Yeah.
Something about, will you stand with your lady and die, or will you watch her and leave alive?
You see the two detectives look at each other with a look of quizzical puzzlement. Really, I heard the window shatter, but I didn't hear any voice.
That makes sense because Brian over here was just outside a door and didn't hear it, so it must have been. Did he hear it or did he just not get the damage?
Brian heard the message barely, but Brian did not appear to be within range of the window shattering.
Okay, he barely heard it, and he was just a doorway away, so it probably didn't carry
Doorway?
the walls.
Is that a thing?
No,
When you're
shut
Well,
up.
getting heart
I can-
attack, it is. Oh, shush.
I can attend to any wounds necessary while we all rest up.
Oh,
Arthur says.
There's a spooky harp that possessed me to keep playing it, so they shattered the strings.
It's broken now.
Haunted instruments. Well, it's good to know that that's no longer an issue. Hopefully.
And I feel like I have a knack for playing a song. Then she'll hum.
not as good.
She'll hum the thing.
Found
And
a way
then you
to the
hum the
basement
tune fairly well.
On the way to the basement through the looked like the basement, to the kitchen. And I'll actually take out the piece of paper I found in the statue. This was in a statue in the connected to the tower. It just looked like they had a bunch of busts and then an odd statue. I found some
Gathered
tarot
fingers,
cards.
eyes like glass, wear the below. Eldolin. Huh. It seems to be from a piece of literature.
That's my
Does
thought.
the name El Dolan sound at all familiar?
Give me a history check.
Sure.
I have a.
That's a 3. That's an 8.
You do
Total.
not recognize the name. It appears if it was any author, probably be a dark fantasy one, if not dark in general.
I got that one at 20 in session 1, and it's all been like downhill from there.
Yeah, same. I was about to say, could I have a chance?
At Eldolin? Sure.
Because my whole history of stuff is a little different because where I'm from. So I have to pretty much ask every time.
I will say that Eldolin seems to be a familiar name, however, not one that you quite recall. It seems to be, from memory, something associated, attributed, tied to dark fantasy, occult writing, perhaps.
Probably heard like a Vistani talking about it once in passing.
Yes.
That's an author. He just does occult books, fantasy. I just don't know. Never read his stuff. I just know the name.
Silver.
Seems whoever threw it away was in a rush. It does appear to be a little crumpled, other than being folded. Yes.
What was the bonus I get to that song specifically? Is it advantage?
You get advantage every time you attempt to perform it on any instrument.
Okay.
I believe it is written down within your notes.
No, it's not in my notes.
Is it not within your notes?
I thought it was. But it-
Ah, I see. It only got part of the text.
my
For
notes
some
are not very
reason.
good.
You hum it?
Yeah.
You do a fairly phenomenal job at humming it. Would you say you have a good singing voice?
Yeah.
It sounds like a very haunting and fast melody, but a beautiful one, as it echoes through the room. You feel a sort of melancholy, though, coming from it.
All right.
as the portraits almost seem to bow their heads to it, but they do not actually change.
Brennan will sit down, pop her feet on the table. All right, boys, I found some whiskey. You want some?
Final thing was actually two. Oh, I forgot about that. Look, has a cupcake that was old but like perfectly fine in the kitchen for some reason, just sat there.
Ulrich does pull out the cupcake. It does seem to be fairly fine, however, a bit crusty.
And then,
Alanik and Arthur.
Welcome. Hello, Devin.
Are both,
That.
both
Right,
guys,
right on the hour.
Right on the hour. They have just arrived back after reading the tarot cards and checking out 2 rooms.
We've only been live for 45.
That's good. That took a lot longer than it was supposed to, unfortunately.
You're
You're good.
They also
Um,
destroyed
is-
a priceless work of art before your eyes. For a scrap of paper.
Kind of artwork.
It's
It was the fighter fighting a tentacle.
Athlete.
It's also like the
Yeah, it's
size of
not-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I mean, to be fair, you only took off the head.
It's priceless because you don't know how much it's worth, and you never will know.
Alanik
Priceless
is a guy.
because it's destroyed.
Is Alanik? I don't think we ever got confirmation.
Alanik is in fact a male.
Okay, I just wanted to double check because I know
You may not be able to tell that, however.
out of the. All right, boys. She points to Alan and Arthur. Who wants some whiskey?
Oh, final thing. I actually just
I
thought
don't-
about that. Do either of you know of Taroka cards?
Yeah, we know Taroko cards. I've met Vistani before.
Good to know. Someone had a reading in
Oh.
in their game room.
What is that? Red Truffle? I've never heard of that brand before.
It tastes like beef. It's pretty fucking good, actually.
Is that a lie you were wishing to perpetrate? Or is that your
No.
genuine opinion?
It's interesting, and if it's interesting, it's good.
I see. Arthur
To be
will
warned.
lean over the table to see it.
Brennan, you are a broken person.
I will say that was not stored correctly.
It's okay. Let
It
me.
appeared to be very capped and sealed.
It's beef flavored. I think it's cool. I think it's good, but I have a weird palate.
Do you hand it to Arthur, by the way?
Yeah, I'll hand it to Arthur.
I swear the
Arthur
description was
takes a-
uncorked. Sorry.
Is uncorked. Corked? Uncorked? I don't remember which word meant what in the situation when I was writing it, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be corked.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
Well, it's uncorked now because you tasted it.
Yeah.
It is uncorked now.
Because if it were uncorked, then I think you should have made a Constitution save with disadvantage.
No.
Like I
Straight
find
constitution.
I'm weird. I find the funky stuff to be the good
Huh.
stuff. So it might
Doesn't-
not be up your alley.
Earthen flavor to it. Marshy undertones. That's weird. Over this from it seems to be perhaps from a seaport, from what I can guess.
But you
Oh,
taste the
that sounds-
beef, right?
I haven't tasted this. I may be a doctor, but I'm no fool.
Yeah, no. So that's first floor. How's the seance coming? Should we hit second floor while you're still setting up, or?
I think I'm about good. Unfortunately, I haven't found any personal effects unless you guys have of anyone. So I won't be able to contact any particular spirit, but it seems that the room's fairly attuned at this point for calling down
I mean,
someone.
I have this scarf with a Vistani. It's hard to tell if they just left it or if it's
If it's a Vistani, it's probably long gone, honestly. I would imagine Lisa came to the house. In any case, Vistani tend to be
jams.
rather cautious about areas like that and don't tend to get caught up too well.
You see Brennan fiddle through her bag, pull out her mess kit, which is just a bowl, a spoon, and like 3 drinking glasses.
Surprised she bothered with glasses.
All right, and she will take the wine.
But
the
that's all
whiskey.
it
You're
is.
on a rocks glass, a champagne glass. and a
There's
wine
no
glass.
plate or anything.
It was just a bowl, a spoon, and 3 drinking glasses.
Who needs a plate where you're going when you always have a bowl? The superior form of flattery.
Exactly, voice in my head.
Bowls aren't good for toast.
I beg to
she'll-
differ.
Toast in a bowl.
She will
Fuck you,
pour
voice
out
in
a.
my head.
She'll pour out a glass for herself and the inspectors.
That was Brendan's voice. Don't worry. That wasn't yours. Yours is smarter than that. More sophisticated.
She'll pour out a glass for the 3 of them. Anyone else want in?
Well, after you first. Do I have to? Alright.
She
Well,
will clink glasses with Arthur and knock it back with him.
bottoms up! That burns! Wow!
Ah, yeah. It's great, right?
Oh! I think that's the highest alcohol content I've ever had within a drink.
Oh, I've had worse.
Are you still alive?
I built up a tolerance.
You are a walking Molotov cocktail, I suppose.
Complete with
Waiting
the
to
fire.
happen.
She she doesn't
Oh,
know
you know,
how.
just
She doesn't know how she knows that word, but she goes complete with the fire too, and she snaps her fingers for the foxfire.
Just like an Arcanist who ended up throwing a fire through a government building one time, you know, it happens. Hot on.
Oh, don't worry. Although you should have seen me when I first started learning from my teacher. That's when he pulled out the good stuff for that.
Who exactly was your teacher?
They were a frost giant named Korag.
Huh.
Hmm.
I suppose you built out the tolerance for him. Makes sense.
I mean,
You stick around with
Dwarven
Frost Giant, you're either going to learn to cope or you're going to die in the process.
You think Dwarven Ale is? You think Dwarven Ale is high in alcohol content? You haven't had Giant Ale.
No, I definitely haven't had Giant Ale. However, I do know that half the people who drink it that aren't Giants end up having stomach issues after the fact. Something about them not knowing entirely the process behind distilling for a lot of them. But, you know, some of them have mastered it. Some of them
Oh
understood.
yeah, no,
yeah,
Korag was great. He taught me how to make my own, and amongst other vices.
Like I was saying, do we want to hit upstairs, see if we can get some personal items, or do the seance now?
I think the seance is ready to go if you guys are willing to. I'm not sure if it'll be better or worse. We can always try to contact them again, if anything.
You know, it probably wouldn't hurt to get a general, and then we try to find something for people.
Would a seance increase the potential of supernatural activity?
Yes.
Well, we're calling down ghosts, aren't we? In theory.
Did Brian say anything about seeing a ghost?
Zombie? He is unmuted. Hello, zombie. Earth to zombie. Earth to Brian. Brian
To
2.0.
Zimbabwe.
He's dead. Oh no, he
Where's
says
he?
hello,
Hold
but
on.
in chat.
Did you
Where? Oh,
tell
hello.
anyone about the ghost?
Your what mic isn't working, really? Have you been saying anything at this point? It would be very embarrassing.
Well,
I haven't said anything important. Okay. Understood.
But yeah,
Just
did
double
you
check
tell
your
other-
inputs. Make sure it's set to the
Yeah.
right device.
I suppose the main question is, has Brian mentioned anything about the woman he saw? Aaron did not see the woman.
I saw a man get stabbed
Did
by
she?
trowels.
Yeah. I believe it was just Brian who saw her from memory.
So, I mean, there already is a ghost here. What's the harm? Maybe actually talking to one instead of having trowels thrown at you.
Oh, you met a ghost already.
I
Wait a
didn't.
minute, which ghost? What do they look like?
Apparently they're. It's over in the.
Do you still have those in your back? I thought you removed those.
I'm pretty sure he
swore we
stated he
removed
wasn't
those.
going to.
Until we were back here.
Arthur definitely would help you with that. Oh dear. Okay.
I imagine he's been in the back of the group so we don't touch him.
Get those out of you. Oh dear. Okay.
Concert de Blablatorium. The plant place.
Conservatoria?
The
Conservatory.
conservatorium. The plant place. Yeah, apparently a lady showed up and threw a bunch of trowels at Brian.
Huh.
Only place not looked in the tower, upstairs, and what I can guess is a basement. Don't want to touch a basement.
Clear fluid and clean and also reduce loss humors. Yes, I do know my medical practice, don't worry.
Aren't you a doctor?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Brian. Man's a doctor, not a physicist.
I believe you mean philosopher.
Yeah, that.
You know what a philosopher is.
There are people who say really big words and try and sound smart while not really knowing what they're talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
She knows exactly what a philosopher is.
He knows exactly what a philosopher is, and we'll stick with that.
I don't know. I know I'm not one because I don't know any big words.
That's fine. I'm not paying you to know big words. Just to investigate. And to come
I can
back,
hit things-
hopefully alive.
I can hit things really good. It's kind of why I left Karen.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
That's 5 letters, which is a lot for you.
I just realized that in my inventory, I have put the paper case for the paper that I'm carrying inside
You're not
the
on
paper, as opposed to
I
vice
see.
versa.
Karen is in fact a philosopher. What other person would
And an alchemist.
define an alchemist turning paper into a container to hold a container for paper? A revolutionary technique.
I like arts and crafts.
That you do. Alright. In any case, I'm ready to kick off the seance if you guys want to. We can always, like I said, come back to it later. I imagine spirits with the board wouldn't be very offended to come down again, though maybe a reattunement for a little bit might be necessary depending upon circumstances.
Do we want to use trial?
Once again, I'm not an expert at this, so it was given to me by a friend, so I'm feeling this out for myself as well. So you'll have to excuse me if things go wrong. Let's hope, fingers crossed, no ghosts that aren't contained. I put my faith behind the people who set up this room, at least. Kept us safe so far.
You can actually
wanna
know who did that.
Who did what?
Set up this room.
This room was like this when we arrived, right, Arthur? Yes. Appears that probably one of the previous residents ended up doing it themselves.
Huh.
As far as I'm aware, nothing spooky has happened here compared to the relative spookiness levels that you've encountered, so I think it is fine.
Yeah, just
Do
thinking about
we
it.
want to
it's a little
use
odd.
one of those trowels? Try and talk to that ghost lady?
Let's start with like non-hostile to see what we get from a general.
I'm hoping to get one of the previous residents or owners, so maybe Lauren not the Adora, but it's once again the best I got to work off of is the room and atmosphere itself. So we'll see what we run into. Why don't we?
Yeah.
All right. She lounges back in the chair.
Well, in any case, I need you all to, from my understanding of how it goes, all of you take a seat around the table.
Oh no. Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Do we all have to be involved in the hokey pokey spooky stuff?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I suppose you heard the man.
It's
If you don't, you don't have to. But from my understanding, the more people in the room, the more presence is felt, and such, yada yada. Typically, an entire ceremony thing where anyone present is involved.
And from what I know, if you're not part of the ceremony, you're open game.
That too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
Hey,
Alright, if
that
we're getting-
only makes them make a save. They can
I'm
still
immune to being
potentially get
possessed.
through.
Yeah, never mind. You're good.
Oh, if we're gonna get ready for a fight.
He has some magic spell, and he's like, "Never mind. You're good."
You see her sign over like her heart a rune as it glows a soft blue as little bits of frost.
Well, if we wish for protection, Arthur reaches into his jacket and pulls out a holy symbol and puts a gun on the table. Pulls out a holy symbol and puts it on the table.
That's Alanic.
Yeah, we might as well.
That's Arthur who did it.
No, Alanic's the one who pulls out the gun.
Cool.
Alanic has the gun pointed at the planchette just in case.
Pulls out a holy symbol, puts it on the table, pulls out a gun, puts it on the table, pulls out a grenade, puts it on the table.
I mean, to be quite
Why
honest,
the
if it
fuck did you have one of those, Karen?
We combine
if it was within Alanic's character, he might put the gun on the table. He hasn't revealed he has a gun yet.
Karen will
We just know
sit
he's carrying a
down
weapon.
in the corner here on the briefcase and pull out some of her paper and her pen and just watch.
I pull the briefcase up.
No.
Leave your sister alone.
You heard the man. We need more people.
Nah, actually, a circle is fine as long as
All right, 6 members, 2 onlookers.
yeah, that seems fine.
She...
Actually, this is better. Even numbers are actually better for people. If we had
Karen
one
is-
more, it'd be 7, but
Karen is
Mhm,
notably
6, yeah.
protective of the briefcase.
Put you there. I'll put you there.
She
yeah, not
tries.
exactly easy to get.
Brennan will
No
try and
worries.
just pull the briefcase along the floor with you on top of it.
She will kick you.
Ow!
That's what I mean.
All right, take 5 damage.
That's a lot of damage. Jesus. I
That's
don't
how
think
my hit
Karen
points
has that
went.
much strength.
I mean, you resist cold, don't you?
Oh, I see. Frost rune, right.
Hey,
I don't think it triggers unless you actively do damage. Probably does.
if I'm not dealing damage, it doesn't count as a temporary hit point reduction.
I think it's
True.
whenever you make it an attack roll, but if it doesn't roll, if you don't have to roll,
It's more like a
then
fatal
it
throw.
doesn't count. No,
Alright.
it's not.
She'll sit back down.
Alright.
Party pooper.
Did you hand over the planchette piece for the spirit board, by the way, Boris? Earlier.
Oh yes, as soon as I pulled it out, I put it on the board.
Okay, I
Being
just
like
have to
a-
remember.
Magic. Yeah, I knew it.
We will go ahead and share this record for posterity. And we'll make this visible for now. So we have our little planchette in the middle right here, but we will put it right over here for now.
Question.
Mhm.
Do I get the... It's in a language I can read, right? It's in common.
The planchette?
The spirit board.
Yes, it is within
I mean, you're looking at it. Okay.
You do see it, even if there are 2 Borises on the planchette right now.
Wait, what?
I see 2 Borises over in the corner. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I believe everyone is supposed to put their hand on the planchette in the middle, and I shall start when we are all ready.
Oh, that's improper. We're not supposed to be holding hands.
We're not
No,
holding
no, don't
hands.
touch
We're
each
putting
other
on the
hand.
piece.
You touched the planchette, not the hand. Only the planchette.
I'm giving you all crap.
All right. I switch us over.
Well, I'll say it was creepy enough. I felt like that could have worked.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
All
So-
right. I will put my hand out on the planchette.
God, this is an interesting one. I'm just looking at all the
Mhm.
shit on this.
All right. Everyone puts their hand on the center on the planchette as Elenik starts. Spirits of this house, we are strangers who come openly and without malice. We seek only to know your stories and to help you find peace. We entreat you, make your presence known. As Elenik speaks the words with candles flickering around the room, there's a silence that descends. No. Immediate activity occurs at first. As suddenly the candles begin flickering.
That wasn't a candle.
And I know
was a
it's
light.
not a candle. It is a light. I used the most appropriate sound I could for the lanterns, sure. Lanterns.
Sorry.
As the planchette begins what you think is moving, but then you realize that Alanik pushes forward as you all stare up and you see Alanik seize up for a moment before falling limp. Only while still remaining within the chair, head falling down, as you see the hand as it continues moving forward, going towards the greetings. As Alanik's head raises and you hear the voice, "Greetings."
Of course. Okay.
Howdy.
Maybe I should have cast it on him.
Alanik? Nay. Who are you? You can call me Garland.
Colin?
Garland.
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 Oh, great. Final Fantasy.
Sid Garland.
Okay. Why did you take over our friend here?
He takes a deep breath for a moment. I felt it was easier to communicate this way. It's a bit more straightforward. The planchette only allows so much for so little time. And time is not a commodity I think we all have here.
So, Mr. Garland, were you
Yes.
one of the owners, or were you a helper?
I was but a nobleman who ended up meeting an unfortunate end within this place.
Did the owners of this place call you here and then used you?
He begins shaking his head very slowly. No. I've been here long before them.
Do you know what's hidden here?
What do you mean by that exactly? He turns steel.
There's something this place is hiding or doesn't want to see.
There are plenty of secrets and things that don't want to be seen among this house. Which one you're asking about? Suppose that's for you to find out.
Do you know why we're here?
Within this estate? Or within here? I have no concrete ideas. There may be a reason or two, but I don't know who you are or why you might be here particularly.
Looking around, just making sure I'm not stealing any questions anyone else has.
So what would you like us to do? Since
Well,
you obviously came here to tell us something.
you were the one that called me here, weren't you?
I'm trying to put you to rest. Make this place less haunted.
I suppose putting me to rest is your agenda. Then sure. Putting me to rest sounds fine.
What's
So
your
what's your
unfinished business, or where's your body?
My body is unfortunately somewhere you can't quite get to, oh yes, just yet. There's too many things in the way. Too many things watching right now. Too many things you haven't yet discovered to get to me. What was your other question again?
Unfinished business.
I imagine the same as most people who are here. Being kept against their will. Within the walls of this place. The floors. The air.
By who?
A woman.
The lady of the house?
He slowly shakes his head with a bemused smile. Nah, different woman.
With powers.
Powers?
Some sort of woman with magical powers that is locking you all here.
You could say that she has magical powers. But if I was to be honest, I'd consider them more deviltry than just pure magic. Woman who seemed to have done something quite unspeakable. I don't know the full extent. I just know that she's probably a good part of the reason why most people who end up here don't leave.
Is it connected to the basement?
Can't tell you for sure. It's possible. Fortunately. Yes.
What floor did you die on? Do you remember?
Flaw
how you
is a relative term when it comes to this place. I died in a castle, you see, that used to sit here before it
Did you
crumbled.
die with? Oh, I just forgot her name.
Lady Silver.
I suppose you could put it that ways.
Was
A lot of
she-
us died with Lady Silver. A lot of us before her time.
Was she? Is she the devilry you speak of?
He leans in closer. That woman is a blight upon this land. That's done things more horrendous than any of you have ever seen. Why, Frank, I don't even know if I consider her a person anymore.
I mean, if that other ghost is to be believed,
Who was the man that
she probably
tried
died.
to kill her and killed everyone sided with her?
Man who tried to kill her. Oh. You must be talking about Doc. A person who once owned this castle.
Can you repeat
I
that
don't
name?
remember the
Doc.
I imagine Planchet actually spells it out. Like, there you go.
Probably.
So
So is he
If-
trapped here too? Then
Possible.
in the ballroom, we had someone ask us about Silvera, about staying and dying, or watching.
it was stay and watch, or defend her and be trapped in.
The castle forever.
Doc was a hard man. He wasn't the prettiest when it came to lords, though he was far better than the previous and the one that came after his death. Lady Silvera is a notorious sort of figure. She... What's the right word for what she did? Corralled. Against their will.
Farmed.
Quelled. Corralled.
Got it.
Against the will, mercenaries, soldiers, noblemen raised a bloody campaign against Doc. Had plenty of people who didn't exactly like the way she went about things. In fact, if you'd ask me, I think she went quite mad with her conquest, to the point of driving herself insane with it. Had plenty of deserters. And plenty of people who learned not to desert. Doc did, in fact, threaten those who worked under her. He was a hard lord, as I said, but he was a better one than the coward that came before and the tyrant, the merciless tyrant that came after.
How many?
He... Yes,
No, continue.
it's true, he, at one point, captured the men, and what we all believed he had captured, Lady Silvera. Mara Silvera, to be exact. He threatened them. simply because he didn't perhaps know the circumstances behind why they joined Lady Mara to begin with. Anyone who denied, he'd kill and tomb in his walls along with her. Anyone who didn't go against his wishes were perfectly free to go. No ifs, ands, or buts. She was a dangerous woman, and those who sided with her were considered extremely dangerous individuals.
So if she's still around and kicking.
I
Probably.
wouldn't say kicking. You mean back then or now?
Now. She might be a ghost or an undead.
I would say after 200 years, I'd be quite surprised if she was still kicking in a normal sense.
Oh, I meant undead. In the undead sense. Actually alive.
Ghost kicking.
How many?
You'd have to be undead to live in a wall for
How many here
200 years.
are a threat to us?
A few. Not as many as you'd think. But a few.
Brian, what did that ghost lady look like?
Are there any that are, besides you this minute, helpful for us?
There might be.
Think we can commune with Dolk? Get his,
I don't think that would be much use.
Lady Mara is keeping an eye, let's say, throughout the house. She harbored a particular hatred towards Doc. Perhaps because he was a lord of this castle. Who's to say? I don't think you'll be able to speak with Doc in a way you would like to.
How would we mess with the lady's plans here?
On the upstairs floor, through the tower, the last remaining bastion of the castle before it crumbled, there is a sort of guardian. I believe I remember him being called the Leaper. She's a servant. I believe it's a she anyways. It's hard to tell with all the spirits wandering about.
Well, we'll say it.
There. A servant of Mara's. There's plenty of places that you can't move through. That even we can't move through. That tower's one of them. I don't know where Mara is. The unfortunate part is, with being a ghost that's caused this all to happen at this point, she may be very elusive to track down on her own. I don't know what's in that tower.
But it might be bait.
It could be bait. However, if you were trying to protect yourself, what better way than to put a guardian in the way, huh?
Where else can't you go?
A few other places.
Being blocked by her still?
Potentially.
Those might be
Just-
important.
Mara, did she look like, and then she'll have explained how Brian explained the ghost?
He shakes his head slowly. Nah. Nothing like her.
One of the previous owners of the manor, probably.
Mara had, from memory, originally brown hair that became dyed red over time. I imagine you can guess how.
Too much sun?
Oh, poor child.
Have you seen the place around us at any point recently?
No, I've only been here for a day.
Well, even a day should tell you what it's like almost all year round.
Oh,
I do get my pale complexion from, you know.
oh, her hair is red because of blood.
There you go. What do you want us to do? Specifically.
You said you wanted to help free me, right?
If we help, if we take out Mara, I'm sure a lot of people will move on.
Exactly. You find Mara. I don't know where she is exactly. You take her out.
Make her double dead.
If that doesn't work,
Burn down
come
the house.
find... No. Find me if it doesn't work out. But for now, I think the Leaper's your best bet.
Will you still be here, or do we need to find some?
If you call again, I shall answer.
This isn't hurting him, right?
Hurting Alanik?
Correct.
Give me an insight. Or are you asking him directly?
I'm asking him directly.
He kind of takes a deep breath in to assess the situation. Looks for a moment. Then shrugs as he looks off to the side. Couldn't tell you. I don't know how this whole spirit business works. First time I've been through it myself.
Okay.
There's been others who've tried spiritualism. From what I've heard of their talk, might be draining.
And we should call this the end of our little chat and
We need you. We'll
start
call
of
you.
our agreement.
One more thing. If you're going to go after the Leaper, there's something I know of, that I do know of, that can help you with it. Under front porch, Dog's weapon can be found. A battle axe. Don't be off-put by its design. Like I said, he was a hard man, and he had his tastes. Not the worst. Under the porch, as
Okay. I did miss the room, but yeah, never mind. Thank you.
Alright.
as the planchette moves over to the sword symbol on the board directly at the side over here. As he says that, you'll find his weapon there.
If it's not the edgiest looking thing, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Same.
Okay.
Well,
You'll
that
see
might
it when
be-
you see it.
That might be our first thing to do after we rest up, unless we want to go after it now.
The Leaper is quite a challenge from what I've seen. If you don't got your wits about you, I wouldn't recommend going after it just yet.
Oh, I meant the axe.
If you wish to go after the axe now, you can.
Thank you, Mr. Garland.
Is there any other items left behind by previous people?
There might be. Where they are, too many for me to tell.
Do you?
But
have
you know
any?
where your lord's axe was laid, so that makes sense.
Do you have an item left behind?
Consider my lord's axe the item I leave to you.
Understood.
All right. Until next time, Garland.
Until next time, travelers.
Hits button. Blasts Limp Biscuit.
Last Limp Biscuit.
As Garland leaves the body.
You hear a thunder crack in the distance as the candles flicker, and all of a sudden, whatever was within Alanik, a man called Garlic, is ejected as Alanik jumps up.
Let's work!
More of a, not jumps up exactly like out of the
I
chair,
know,
but
it's-
leaps up.
Yeah.
Out.
Leap?
One can leap with their hands.
Well,
With
you
the
had your
upper
first
body.
possession.
Did
Oh my God.
Do you remember? Do you get any of that, or do we need to tell you what happened?
Give him a second.
I was not expecting that one to happen. I was told a seance would be a lot safer than a possession. I was not expecting it.
Well, we are in an unsafe place.
Yeah, apparently. Do you need water? Yeah, that would help. Yeah,
I
drink
hand
this.
him. I hand Alanik the whiskey bottle.
Don't drink that, Alanik. No.
I-
Arthur moves the whiskey bottle to the side as he uses the other hand to hand Alanik water.
So, how long would you say that that have taken?
I'd say that would be another, with the previous rooms and this one, probably another 30 minutes.
All right. Anyone have a
Okay.
crowbar?
It's like I feel perfectly safe. Spell ends. I no longer feel perfectly safe.
That was 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Like halfway through, you're like, oh no.
That would
Alright,
have
does any-
easily been over 10-minute conversation.
We are just past hour and a half, by the way.
Yes.
Does anyone have a crowbar?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna need a fill-in real quick. I didn't catch most of that because I was currently not aware that was gonna happen.
There was a dude named Garland. He gave us the rundown on why this place is so fucking haunted.
Oh yeah.
Lady named Mara Selvra did some devilry, some
Oh
really
good.
crazy shit.
Cult
Really
of
crazy
shit.
shit. Yep. And then led an uprising against the Lord of the Castle, or the land. And then it failed, and he gave the people there a choice. Stand with Mara and be entombed in the walls with her, or walk away and never come back.
What happened afterwards?
Devilry, because Mara apparently is still doing shit to the house, castle, whatever,
So she died and is now possessing the house?
something like that. Garland said if we can take care of Mara, most of the people trapped here should be able to pass on.
Oh my god, I didn't realize it would feel so cold afterwards. Jesus. Oh.
We apparently
Good
need
thing
to
you're by the fire.
find this leaper and hurt them, kill them, attack them.
Yeah,
It's
they have like
we'll have to probably kill
a
it.
guard dog called the Leaper. And he also told us where the Lord's battle axe was buried.
Well,
We
okay.
could probably use it.
So wait, you're going after this guard dog. Why?
Because if
I
we
mean-
go after the guard dog, we can probably find Mara.
Well, what would a
And
guard
don't-
dog be guarding besides something important?
Something
Mhm.
important, treasure, maybe.
Also,
Something she
who
doesn't want
knows
people
if
to get
it's bound only to that part of the house?
Oh, that's good.
So, if I can get a crowbar, I'm gonna go dig out that axe from the porch.
It looked like it was a wooden porch, right? You can probably
Yeah.
just cleave through it, honestly, if you need to.
Yep.
Hell yeah!
I'll
She
break it.
pulls out her own battle axe. and is gonna saunter off towards the porch.
Wait until we're all ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
What are we willing to do?
Okay, everyone ready? You two can stay here.
Yeah, I feel
Kyle?
really cold and drained, honestly,
Yeah,
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, any more questions for him? I think you're gonna have to wait a little bit.
I had a feeling.
Oh no, he said if we have questions to try and commune with him again.
Okay,
Well,
give it a bit.
Karen will
It's pretty-
stand up and put away her notes into the satchel. Well, I'm out of magic, so
Yeah, that's why I said wait. Because
if we
it
want
doesn't hurt
to,
for us all to take a rest.
I
grab the
think-
battle axe, then we can.
I mean, and I don't want the battle axe in case Leaper comes after us.
This is fair.
My faith in the wards is still questionable, but hopefully not as bad. We did call him here, at least. So, you know.
Oh, and she also watches this place.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't know that we're doing stuff, I guess.
She
Maybe the
probably
worst
does.
Seemed unlikely, just the way he was wording stuff.
We might have a measure of protection from the wards, but who's to say?
So yeah, okay.
On the
well,
off chance he can't see in here, on the case that's not, proceed carefully.
Okay, so you want to grab
Oh,
the battle
okay.
axe and then we hunker down for the night because it's getting.
Yep.
Starting to get to 8 right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
You
Nick
good with that,
checks his
Jared, or
watch.
Do you want to sit?
Kevin?
Sorry, repeat that.
I said, are you good to go, or do you want to sit with them?
Would I know if like ghosts and undead are generally like resistant to brain blasts?
Give me a give me a religion check.
Oh no, those things that I'm not as good at.
Brain brass don't. Oh my god. Excuse me. Brain blasts don't seem to be a particular thing they're resistant to most of the time.
Okay. I can accompany for the time.
Who's going out to retrieve the axe?
Yeah.
Who?
You can be the supervisor.
I
While the three of us dig a hole.
I was about to say, I think the majority of us are probably gonna go.
Probably Boris and Ulrich, at least.
Ulrich's probably gonna go.
Yeah.
Real questions, Cloud or
Brian.
Brian. Because Boris is like, if you don't feel like it, do stay. Just no. We'll
Brian's coming.
I need to.
We are in a cross formation to ward away the ghost.
Is Cloud joining the rest of them to retrieve the battle axe?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Alright.
If everybody's going.
I will make this fairly simple for us.
We do lose our fog of war whenever you do that, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, reset.
that sucks.
It does.
Alright.
But hey,
Brian
we know pretty
will,
much everything, so it's fine.
Karen, you feel anything with your magic sense?
We'll open this back up.
With my magic sense.
I mean, if it was
Oh, no.
fun,
Alex,
a Lord
Arthur,
Axe.
what are you doing here?
Are they here? Why are they here?
Yeah.
Oh, whack. Let's get rid of them for
I-
now.
I would ass-
Oh, no,
I mean, I would assume it's a magic axe if he wants us to get it,
It could be silver.
and it belonged to the
Uh.
Lord.
Could be
Otherwise, I'm just
silvered
gonna
or cold
I've
steel.
been
Or...
working on that
whatever.
spell, but I'm not able to detect things right now, and it would take some time to do so.
Alrighty. She picks the spot.
Which spot are you doing it in particularly?
That's fine.
You can pick anywhere on the porch you wish to.
She's gonna go
We'll just move everyone.
about there.
Alright.
Whee.
You swing there. That is a 22. Feel free to roll me damage.
Here's Bren.
That
Here's
is
Ren
easily
Ren.
enough to destroy a portion of the porch in front of you, as
Alright.
it reveals a 30-foot tall crawl space beneath it.
Alright, she pulls out the Foxfire and sticks her head in.
You see a fairly wide open crawl space, Brennan. It is particularly cramped, though, as you will need to be squeezing through.
Alright. Karen, you're gonna be disappointed in me.
Hmm.
As you see her reach for a flask in a special pouch on her hip, and then down this syrupy looking stuff from it.
While she does that, could I investigate the area with Ulrich, try to find any place that seems like it would be off?
Area itself?
Yeah.
Feel free to give me a investigation check.
Would Ulrich join me for this?
Ulrich will join you for it, yes.
Alright.
So you down it before you go. You down it before you go into the crawl space.
Yeah, because she knows it's gonna be tight down there.
All right. First off, Ulrich, I will go ahead and have make a. You want him to have advantage?
Yes.
Okay. He will make a investigation check. I'm going to say he has a circumstantial bonus to this perception. Brennan, your perception currently is quite low now, ain't it?
She has Foxfire out.
Your perception right now is quite low, ain't it?
Alright, -5.
So you don't see this. Ulrich and Boris, as Brennan is downing this liquid and has a ball of fire around her, probably in her hand.
Yeah, she's getting ready to drop herself into the crawl space.
You examine the porch, and as you are examining the structural integrity of it, as well as any particular intriguing features, anything out of place, Ulrich and you kind of hear a skittering sound as the porch is broken open. As Ulrich goes, "Shh! Do you hear that?" To you, Boris. As he points in the direction that Brennan is currently stepping in. As the ground and soil underneath it appears to be squirming slightly. As I'm going to reveal this to only... I'm going to reveal it to all of you, but only Ulrich and Boris see it.
Yeah.
As Brennan is currently about to walk directly into that square.
Oh, that's not
If-
a rat.
If possible.
You have an action, I imagine.
Cool. Can we just... I imagine she's down and like leans forward. Or maybe
you see
it's
her. You see her eye. If you're looking at her, you see her eyes dilate slightly.
like, are you trying to hop in like a full blown like I'm jumping into deep
She's-
water, or are you sitting
Yes,
in right
she's about to do the whole jump into deep water thing.
I imagine at this point, when you guys did see it, Brennan was already in the hole, but hadn't quite crawled into anything yet.
Yeah, I'll
she's like waist deep and about to fully go down.
yeah, I'll I imagine I can probably just grab her from an arm and just, of like her armpits and just lift.
She will fight you on this. She made up her mind. She doesn't like tight spaces, but there's something that can help them. In
So
there.
you are moving right here, yes? Or right here?
It'd be like right there, yeah.
Alright, Boris, as you are pulling her up and Brennan is fighting against this, Brennan, you feel something squirm under your boots. As it starts trying to crawl up you. As there's a swarm of maggots that are currently covering your lower half. About up to your shins at this point.
I'm gonna throw my fire down at them.
I'm going to say you roll initiative first.
Okay.
With initiative, everyone roll initiative. It's about 9, so we will go on break.
My dog. She's just like,
Look at
oh,
that, a -2 penalty,
yo,
Brennan.
I'm glad I go before you. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, we can see the maggots initiative.
Can you?
Yeah.
It's not that.
Really? Let me find the effect real quick then.
I
If we're going
thought
on break.
you know.
Yeah. Show GM, all whispers. Show GM rolls off.
Oh my god, Cloud also rolled a 4.
Yeah, no, Brennan
Where is it?
Has
I'm going to switch us
self-medicate.
back to, I forgot to switch back to normal music anyways, but I'm going to switch us to the, intermission.
Alrighty.
Brian.
Yeah, no, just how quick,
Ulrich also need to roll initiative.
Just like
They
all
do.
our
I was looking for the,
Yeah.
NPC thing real quick,
So,
to make sure their
this is
initiatives aren't shown.
why- This is why I was asking about Golem's shade.
Good thing
Covering
no one here has a
returns,
fear
show
of.
turnover.
of
Show turn order friendly. Did that? Do you guys see it
I
now?
remember.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had it
good
as
thing no one
all.
has fear of. I almost said insects. Fucking maggots, Cal.
They are insects. Maggots
Okay.
are. Maggots do spawn
Yeah,
and
yeah,
grow into
they're-
flies.
Yeah, I was about to say they're larvae of flies, right? Okay, cool. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember
they're
if that was-
larvae of flies.
Yeah.
As opposed to contrary belief, where people did think that they spawned from meat.
Yes.
They spawned from
People-
flies on that meat.
People also
Yeah.
thought they were healthy.
Sorry,
They
buddy.
would eat away just the dead skin and not fuck people up. It's,
Yeah.
the world's
Let me go ahead and roll Ulrich's initiative, and Zombie, feel free to roll Brian's initiative.
Yeah.
our first
So,
combative moment. And it's
Ulrich rolled
maggots.
over an 18.
Oh my god.
That's a shame.
I'll
Brennan-
be
4,
right back.
4.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be
If
right
Zombie
back.
is here, or he gets back, or something, figures out the mic, just let him know to roll initiative if he hasn't.
What's Boris's dex?
back. Oh, what's my what?
What's your dex?
Oh, I have a plus 3.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I was going ahead of you. That's why I was like, haha, we rolled the same, but fuck you.
I could have, if I was not a druggie and needed that drug to function in the crawl space.
Oh, I know what
That
I'm
would've
thinking
been
of,
you.
Zombie. I'm thinking of leeches, where it's like, this is a brilliant idea, not realize help much.
But yeah,
Okay, I'll be back. Gotta feed my dog.
alright. But yeah, Shade, this is what you'd be disappointed in. Brennan's recreational self-medication. So Shade. He stepped away and did not mute. Zam. Devin, how disappointed is Cool Grandpa?
In what?
In Brennan for drugging.
Rogan? Yeah, you know.
Self-medication.
He doesn't see it as too big a problem.
One of the
Shit.
one of the beauties of having a frost giant who knows how to party as your teacher. Ah. We lost Zombie.
Bah.
What?
Here I am. So, Benji sometimes eats in here, yeah?
Yeah.
He, I guess, was like really hungry, and my door wasn't like fully closed, but it wasn't like fully open.
Yeah.
So he kept licking his bowl, apparently, and he somehow maneuvered his way while licking the bowl to take the bowl out of the room.
What a dumb boy.
Frankly, I'm impressed.
So yeah, how do you feel about Brennan's self medication?
Does she have an elixir that basically like gives her properties of a stone golem?
No.
No.
It is a what's the word I'm looking for? That's the thing that calms you down.
Huh.
What are they called? But in for trading off a 2 to initiative, so it's a negative to initiative, and then disadvantage on perception. But they are better at not getting the frightened. If she knows she has to go somewhere where it's gonna be very tight, like say a crawl space. But it's a combination of dwarven ale and different ingredients she picked up from Korag.
One sec, I got a shot bit. Chewy up. Love it when he barks at nothing.
Yep. So Korag knew how to party for a frost giant. He was an enabler for
Yeah, no shit.
for Brennan's bad habits.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah.
He taught her how to make the funny giant drugs.
I missed the fact that Crimson was here. Hi, Crimson. Thank you for the bets. Me a sandwich.
Sandwich.
Got peanut butter sandwich and iced tea.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
So I guess I'm probably going to end up continuing to.
Water and pecan sandies.
I'll probably until we get to like second level, I'll probably continue to have like no combat spells.
That's fair.
Because the one I'm going for next level is going to be Detect Magic.
Wah.
Which I can ritual cast, so woohoo.
And that's what's revealed behind the Leaper is a dark tome. Yep. Full of deadly magic.
Any magic can be deadly if you try hard enough.
Wink.
Mage Hand may not be able to make attack rolls or anything,
You can still choke someone out.
but you can still smother somebody with a pillow using it. I mean, it's only 10 pounds of pressure, so it's not like you have to be sleeping.
I'm back. Zombie disconnected?
Hey, it's restarting.
Makes sense. I used to like use disconnect wounds because they do remove. Yeah, that's fair. They do eat. I forget what the word is. Decomposers. I think they do eat like things are decaying. So
I was informing Shade that Korag is a party animal and was an enabler for Brennan's bad habits.
I see.
Ain't no
Oh
party
yes,
like
I've been hit. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
Ain't no party like a frost giant party.
I see.
And so
I've
you've
been
seen a fair share of tequila maggots.
Oh my god. All right. I was gonna say I was hit with a phenomenal idea by someone outside when we were just saying random things. I am writing down NPC Quakeadile.
Did you not know about tequila maggots?
No.
The drink.
Oh
I
yes.
assume.
Let me
it's
go ahead and give you guys this from
palatable.
earlier.
That's an alcohol thing.
Yeah,
I don't know alcohol.
Here you go.
things.
that's fair.
You guys shall get this real quick. This was from the tarot cards because poor Smash actually know what they were about.
Ah, damn. So close.
Hey, I
we
mean,
fight the maggots.
get out of here, Spotify. Not my Spotify.
Once we get the axe, I'm sure we'll level.
And the maggots will give you the XP from encounter. I will probably level you guys up whenever you take a rest.
That's fair.
So if you get the XP now, you're probably taking a rest and you'll level.
Yeah, I mean we're grabbing the axe and then we're going to
I better ask Sid to go ahead and roll for the hit die.
Preemptively.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not maggot. It's a tequila worm. I got it wrong.
Gotcha.
It just there's legit some tequila bottles. Like the more authentic ones just have a worm in them.
because the worm helps the plant grow or something like that.
Some shit like that, yeah. And so it just gets bottled with it as it's something like that. I don't know the specifics. I just know it's something.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Ulrich, I have on another character sheet I privately own, I have the preset reckless attack and danger set programmed. So I'll drag that on and replace the other ones from level.
Are we using the reroll 1s and 2s? Once
Yes.
house rule? Okay.
Reroll 1s as many times, reroll 2 only once.
Okay.
That's how we got Theodore to have so little HP despite being a mountain gnome.
So, besides having a plus 10 HP or some shit like that,
What was it, like a rolled a 1, and then a 2?
it was all 2s and 3s.
Ah, yeah. I just remember the
Off of
reroll.
Off of like a D10. Yeah, I kept rolling 1s and then it would be a 3 and it'd be like this.
Get the party sheet closed off. Let me check how much XP this is supposed to reward.
Probably not enough for 75 each.
It may be. That's funny. We will find out our answer after you defeat it. I know the answer.
I mean, didn't you say we're also getting encounter XP?
Yes, that's why I was like, let me check the XP for this thing right here.
I actually don't know these things.
I did the math. You may, it may be enough. It may not be enough. We'll see.
We need to be able to kill one CR2 thing.
Yeah.
For everyone to level.
We shall
Who knows?
await when zombie gets back, and then I'll
75
put the
times
vote.
6, 450. That is the XP for CR2.
Yeah.
I don't know what CR this thing is, and I'm
I think this is the first time I've seen it.
I
So
think they were encounterable in Strahd.
they might have been encounterable Strahd.
But it's been a long time since I've looked at swarms.
I think this one, because I don't have Strahd loaded, is specifically from Ravenloft, or not Ravenloft, specifically from, I start typing in Ravenloft in the NPCs. I start typing in NPCs in the NPCs! I think Swarm of Maggots is specifically from Von Richten's.
I imagine it's just a variant of Swarm of Insects.
You would maybe be wrong. Why don't you check?
But I'm
No,
sure.
you'd be wrong. These are more annoying.
Oh,
Oh.
hell.
Unless these ones have like a... I suppose they do have like insects, beetles, centipedes, spiders, wasps. But I don't think they actually have the trait these things do on their attacks. Yeah, they don't. This one's just slightly more annoying. What are Swarm of... Those are 1/2s actually. Swarm of insects like beetles and centipedes and all that. Are those all 1/2?
But
Those are
I'm
all
sure
1/2.
we'll
Those are all
probably
variants of Swarm of Insects.
This is not that.
Great.
I'm sure we'll probably get something off of getting the axe as well.
That's fair.
I'm going to say the axe counts as this.
That's also fair.
Just because this was an encounter that had XP behind it. Pre-built.
Taking zombie a hot minute to get here.
He is restarting his entire computer, so you know. It gives me a moment to eat. I just got food brought to me like 15 minutes before we stopped.
Mm.
It was super hot though, so now it's just nice and warm.
Mm. I just had a sandwich to make up for any other food I should have been eating.
I was in the middle of hearing you guys talking. I was like, it brought to me, so I had to mute, and then I took it, and then I was like, can I eat it now while like I'm listening? And I put it in my mouth. And I went hot, but I couldn't say it because it would mic, it would peak, it would mic, hot mic. So I was like,
Yes, it was a very hot mic.
Hot mic with a hot mouth. Got it.
hot mic, and reroll, Sid. Ones aren't allowed in my house.
Not in my house.
That's pretty okay.
That's fine.
Below average by 1 point, but tough.
I can't wait for the role in Fantasy Grounds itself to be higher.
It rolls average.
When we
I
have,
think it does.
unless you have the setting off,
I
it
don't
rolls
know.
for
Maybe.
the hit dice for you.
Okay. Let's see. Ultra digits right now is 15, so that'll be plus that, plus the con, plus tough already does it by itself, so. Oh wait, it didn't do the math there.
Yeah, it'll account for that. If
It'll account for tough.
because you just write in the hit die for constitutional amendments.
The hit die for constitutional amendments?
Or you just write in what the result of the hit die is in their class menu, and then tough and everything auto calculates.
Oh, it's probably hasn't shown up like that yet because we're only at level 1 where it counts as max. So it doesn't have that, I guess.
Because we're in a campaign where this actually matters. I mean, we will again be in a campaign where it actually matters.
Yeah.
I think I did all those properly. Probably.
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 Like, Brennan, 12 in. I am playing her much dumber than she probably actually should be, but it's fine.
What's her wisdom?
It'll be wisdom, really.
14.
There's an insane difference between intelligence and wisdom, and it's not exactly obvious immediately.
No, but
Hey,
I,
are you?
like,
Do you think you're gonna be able to pass this test? You didn't study, right? Don't worry, I got my brother's cloak of wisdom. Oh shit, I'm gonna fail the test. I should have studied.
But like, she has a
I got
+1.
my brother's cloak of wisdom. Good thing I also
Yes.
stole my sister's earrings of the charming. Oh shit, I'm screwed.
You're gonna hate me for this joke, but because you said ears of the charming, I was like, maybe I can fuck my way to an A.
No, that's the joke.
Fuck
Oh
the
no,
professor.
I'm fucked.
I'm fucked. Oh, I thought you said I'm screwed, which works too.
I
Yeah.
meant you get the idea.
Yeah, no, that's really good actually.
So to get the A, he has to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck, I have to fuck the professor. I'm not a 50-year-old man.
Will it actually?
I see Crimson stopped by earlier. When was that? I don't know.
How long ago?
Okay. Gotcha. I swore mine had like timestamps for when it happened before. I guess I didn't, and that was the thing I made up until proven otherwise.
Actually, no surprise, but I'm pretty sure if I like actually go to like a message or something. Oh,
Yeah.
Crimson is here.
He is here
Hi,
currently?
Crimson.
Hello! How are you doing?
I think he was telling me how his games are now gonna be Thursday.
Okay.
Just for little old us.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so we can get it
My name
sorted.
is Ralph.
If you are going to be like that lean
Mhm.
back a lot, snack, make sure
Oh,
to
I
actually
see.
turn yourself up, like on your focus right.
Understood.
Goodness.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
Yes. I finished my food.
Because he need, like I was saying, he is using Fuji as a borrowed character, so I can
yes.
live vicariously.
We are in.
They're not having a, we are what, sorry?
We are in arrow formation, or
An arrow formation!
Or
Standing
eagle formation.
In,
Eagle formation!
standing in V formation. Da, da, na, 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 na,
Na 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 na
Give
na.
me more, give me more.
I thought we were all gonna just slowly add one in.
Man, somebody's computer is freaking updating or something.
we probably shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start here at in 2 minutes. If he doesn't get back, I'll let him know.
But he
Not a
is
buck, man.
also
Oh, well, you are correct. I was in that chat. I saw things that weren't bot commands, and so I was like, "Oh, this is the right chat."
I actually got confused
I-
because I thought bot commands was being or voice chat was being used as bot commands.
Yeah. So she's apparently gonna throw hands with Ogremok soon.
Okay, Max. Oh, Fuji.
Yeah.
Okay. I might as well go ahead and get the OR out now, but I'm pretty sure everyone's already here, honestly. So, what's a funny message? I wonder. maggots in my soup. Whatever shall I do? Okay.
Alright. Close my Emerald Rogue. Now that we're off break.
We're not quite off break. We still have a minute.
Yes.
And an OR, but there we go. Uh-oh, who put these maggots in my soup? Whoa!
Oh, I'm so used to hitting it. Hold up. I'll just hit the up button.
So used to confirming you
I'm
confirmed
so used to
it.
confirming. Don't worry, I got more people this time around to click the button now. I guess we have to wait for Devin. I don't think Devin's like at the bottom of initiative order, and we're probably gonna be resting here.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Are you present, accountable, and ready to figure out who put maggots in the soup?
Can you be held accountable?
Why?
Can you be held accountable? Can you do my accounting? I am having issues. The IRS is after me.
I'm not very good at math.
I'm not very good at math. I just do math with rocks.
Yeah.
All right.
No, give Karen.
Zombie
if you-
has
if-
rejoined the game. Maybe? No.
Has he?
Did he leave the game? Because I'm still seeing his portrait at the top.
He has left the game. It hasn't said he's reconnected yet.
Weird. Never mind.
Oh no.
I mean, if you need your taxes done, give them to Karen.
I mean, honestly, she's probably the most trustworthy. I'm gonna go ahead and switch us back to.
Right.
Combat.
I'm gonna switch us combat music. Actually, you are correct. Where
Oh.
did I put that? Fight normal. As I confirm this real quick. Confirm that, and let us switch into combat.
Oh no, I shut down the sources every single time that occurs. Don't worry about it.
All right. So, as we find out who puts maggots in these soups, Boris, you're first.
I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, so I'm holding Brennan up, who has maggots on her.
Yes, at least up to shin level.
Okay. Would it take my full action to pull Brennan out of the hole?
Is Brennan currently resisting still?
Yes.
I will say it will take your full action.
That is fine.
You will probably have to attempt a strength athletics check against her. Why is it skipping so much?
Let's see. What do I want to? Yeah, athletics. There it is. Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes. Brennan is.
Now, is it a drop or is she just still in this?
She's still in the hole. The hole does not go any further down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it?
Here, I
Were
thought
you
I'd
asking
seen
if
the
you
last
fell in?
combat.
No. I was meaning like, did I lose grip?
I would imagine you did in fact lose grip of Brennan, but it's not hard to regain it.
Okay. Listen, that took my action. Are we in a protected area, or are we like getting covered in rain?
It is still raining a little bit, yes.
Okay. So I'm getting it now. Okay.
I'm gonna close out some of this stuff because this is. There we go. Yeah, better now.
I'll hold my hand out, and if she takes it, she takes it. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
All right. That's your turn then.
Yeah.
Okay, Brennan.
I am going to pull out a torch, light it,
Mm-hmm.
and then
You do
try
still have
and-
Foxfire on too.
Yeah, that's how I'm that's how I'm lighting it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonk the maggots with the torch.
Feel free to bonk the maggots. That is a nat 20, Brennan. Unfortunately, there's nothing special here, but these maggots are going to get lit up because they are under the porch and not in the rain.
Alright.
That's gonna hurt them.
Damn.
That is going to hurt them quite a bit, Brennan.
And then she's gonna try and smush a bunch of them with her shield.
Alright. Let me... No, yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, that hits. You do swing your torch at them, quite fiercely, in fact, as they are burnt, several of the bodies falling off of you. You go to squish them with your shield. It appears that they kind of squish around it, as it doesn't seem as effective as the torch.
That's the fire, isn't it?
The fire managed to damage them the most.
Okay. She's going to climb out of the hole.
Okay.
And
Where are
there.
you moving? Right there? Okay. Perfectly fine. In which case, if that's your
Light
turn,
him up.
it is the maggots next.
Oh
As they will be crawling up. And because Brennan was their initial target, because they were some of them on her, and she has been trying to squish them to death, they're going to make an attack against... Actually, I believe their range is 0, so they do need to move within your space. Boris will be able to attack them, and so will Ulrich, because they provoked from both of them.
Okay.
So if Boris wishes to make a attack of opportunity against it, you are able to click on top of the token stack, and there will be a... Yeah, there will be both of them that show up, and you can drag it onto that.
I would recommend doing the combat tracker, though.
Yeah.
The combat tracker is also a thing that you can use. I'm going to have Boris make his attack of opportunity, though.
Chris, you are muted.
That's on me. I missed the
You hit the... You did hit, though.
yeah.
You
I
hit
I
Ulrich.
missed the. That's the problem. I accidentally.
Let me check something. Ulrich... Okay, he doesn't have Arculus yet. Okay, so we're just gonna make a
Because I
regular
was
attack.
I was scrolling with the,
Ulrich, making up.
I was scrolling on the combat tracker and it lagged for a second.
Okay, both of you do hit, so feel free to roll damage. As this isn't two-handed, unfortunately, as we are doing some damage. Unfortunately, both of them are resisted, but the maggots definitely take a heavy hit, as I have to check their trait real quick. I believe that now that they are reduced to this much, they do lose some stuff. Yes. So they're going to make this attack against Brennan,
A horrible decision, really.
as they absolutely miss. So they crawl out of the hole, chasing after Brennan, some of them still within, on her boots and pant legs, dying from the fire. As they swarm past Boris and Ulrich, and they both take a swing at them, and it seems to cut down a few more of the maggots, as their numbers are weakened, and they terribly miss biting through Brennan's tough leather shoes. As it is Brian's turn.
I mean, there's also the fact they have to get through my temp and not explode.
That is true.
Brian, as a first level bard, should be easy.
Right, he is not back.
Yeah.
I will have him probably use a cantrip. He has access to a damaging cantrips. He does not. What would he do? Is my question to myself. Use a spell? He's long resting. Would he use a spell? He doesn't have damage dealing cantrips, unfortunately.
He doesn't even have Vicious Mockery.
No!
Also, you're trying to attack a collective.
Insult
I'm
all
going
of
to make an executive's decision and say that he knows he's going to be taking a pretty good rest probably at this point. He's going to use a first level spell slot. I need to go reference something for a moment.
He makes
I
some
believe.
Obama joke, and all of them, because they have the same mother, die.
All right, real quick. Who here? Let's take a public poll. Jeez, who here trusts Brian?
I do.
Yeah, this minute. I mean,
I could go either way.
I feel I'm
Fair.
going to say Sid probably, Ulrich probably does, unless otherwise stated. Cloud?
I was muted. Gosh dang it.
Ah.
Well, I have no problems with the man. He seems nice.
Alright, I say that's an overwhelming yes for now. As we are going to cast Dissonant Whispers on these. Let me drag it onto the combat trackers one.
On the bugs.
Unfortunately, the bugs succeed with quite a big negative.
My goodness.
That is... How'd they fucking succeed that?
They don't.
Oh no, that was
understand.
Brett.
Ah,
Was that was the swarm of maggots. Jesus Christ.
they don't understand whispers, therefore they can't really be bothered by them.
Is that only sizing as a... Is that wisdom? That's wisdom. That's why it's better than what it should have been. Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, they do succeed, as, they will not be taking the secondary effect, but I believe they still take the damage from memory.
Dissonant Whispers is, I believe,
On
is
successful
half.
save, half as much damage, yes. So we will be dropping this onto them. Not the greatest roll, but it does not get resisted.
They aren't then?
Brian,
I'm honestly surprised that a swarm isn't immune to psychic.
Because you're still killing some of them.
Yeah. You're attacking the minds of them. So Brian casts Dissonant Whispers as he probably speaks some sort of poetry or something. Either that or something melancholy.
Your queen is a whore, because you all have the same mother.
Oh my, that is very scathing. Ulrich, we're going to try to take care of this issue now. As we make a battle axe against the swarm maggots in the stack.
Brennan is
Cecily hitting.
strangely zen for having bugs crawling over her.
So Ulrich walks up, and for a moment is about to swing, and then realizes that Brennan is currently covered in bugs, and it's he takes a very careful swing as he turns his blade to the side and crushes the remaining bugs. As the rest of the maggots die, falling off of Brennan. As that is combat.
Brennan,
And I shall...
not even phased.
Maggots.
Just gonna dive back in.
And we shall see if this is enough XP. As I open up the party sheet for everyone. Drop this in. And award you this. As congratulations.
It was CR2!
It was CR2, and you are lucky it didn't hit. Because, oh boy, that saving, though, is fucking nasty.
I
have
have
a plus
8
4 to-
hit points.
I have a +4 to con, and if
don't
they
worry.
hit me, they take 5 damage.
Don't worry. They only did, on average, 5 damage after you guys reduced their HP to half.
Yeah.
So, they're double unconscious.
Brennan is jumping right back into the hole.
That's a lot of blood
Strangely-
for maggots.
That's a lot of maggots!
Strangely zen as she's diving back under, torch in hand.
Are you alright? Ulrich
I'm-
would probably say.
I am
would probably
A-okay.
You look very calm for bugs crawling all over you.
Yeah, I kind of... Don't tell my sister. But
Ulrich just side eyes. Karen.
I learned how to make some drugs that help.
Tranquilizers.
I learned how to make some a mild sedative that is probably illegal in a couple cities.
What is oh, there it is. No need to speak
I wonder
words.
if she has disappointment in others. Or if it's just Brennan.
I feel like it may just be Brennan right now.
But it's not
Until others give reason. Until others give reason.
She pops her head back out from underneath the crawl space. It's not illegal because the whole thing's illegal. There's just
Those switch us off of combat.
it messes with your perception. It slows things down. So it's not very good for people to have in busy places.
Or it might be the best for people to have in busy places, depending on what their fears are.
Oh no, like, if I were walking, I don't go to busy places because I don't like busy places. And but my master said a lot of it's like the equivalent of being temporarily completely wasted.
May I throw something out for all your references real quick?
Yeah.
I like to imagine, because Brennan is in the hole, she is Slavic crouching like a goblin while speaking to you all, just under the porch, barely.
She's back is to the ground. Her head is just slightly pointed out, like most of her body's already in the crawl space.
Yeah, exactly. Out. That's exactly what I wanted to describe there.
Yeah, no, it's great. I can be in this crawl space, no problem. Which way am I going again?
I don't know.
The crawl space seems to go forward and towards the. Well, actually, if you take a look under the crawl space, you see just in front of the house's front door is a grave-sized rectangle of gray dust and dead bugs.
I make my way over there.
I'll follow above.
Here's the question, Brennan. When you arrive, how long are you willing to dig?
Until the golem's gaze wears out.
Alright, so Brennan is digging under there for 5 minutes continuously.
If that's the case, I'm stepping back inside.
Is it it's a 1 hour thing. You know, but right, I named it because it's my concoction. It's great. It's called Golem's Gaze because it slows you down.
Is the door closed? The door may be closed.
I don't like opening doors.
Because it slows you down like a golem does. There's one thing. It's like the one thing I learned from Karen.
If I can hear her like digging, I'll pop the porch like around where she is to make it easier.
You pop the top of the porch, right? As the rain continues and you hear just a slight in the distance.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So now she doesn't have to like be on her hands and knees and crawling is my thought.
It's fine.
Brennan, there is rain pouring down onto you.
Oh, that digs faster.
The soil becomes softer, though. It only takes you 4 minutes, but it actually took you 5 because you were very slow with your explanation.
Yes.
As you dig through the now wet soil, you find...
Thank you, Dalk, for your donation.
You spot a battle axe that seems to be embossed in quite curious decorations, as it is covered with excessively salivating toads. You can maybe take a guess as demonic type toads, but that is more of a personal preference on describing it.
She stands up.
Yes. Chris?
I said, is it silvered?
Oh.
I see.
She stands up and does the item get pose from Zelda.
Thank you,
Found the fucker.
And I just grab it from you.
No, she's holding on to it with both hands.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
putting this
fair.
in your inventory, Brennan,
I need
as
to-
you have found an item.
No, but I'll help her out.
Alright.
That one was weird.
It
Thank
does
you.
not appear to be immediately silvered, as far as you can tell. It is not shiny, though you feel because it would have been, well, in a coffin, probably in a moist place, it would have been tarnished if it was silvered. My music.
She looks down.
Oh, it just
Um,
changed. Okay.
She looked to where the gravestone area is. Pulls out the whiskey. This one's for you, Doc. And pours about a cup's worth of the whiskey on the grave.
The
And
red
then you
truffle,
hear, oh
a
god,
very,
tastes awful.
a very apt name for a drink, is poured out, one for the dead man.
And we hear a
She
retching
gives-
sound.
Gives a half gives a salute as she will slowly shuffle her way inside.
And as you holding this axe, pouring one out for the dead ones, you're not sure if you get the sense you've disrespected him or honored him in this moment. But you know that you got a sweet axe. So
Hey,
it doesn't
I
matter.
I respected the man. I poured a drink out for
Yeah,
him.
but you also like stole from him.
I just mean the particular brand, really.
Wow.
Don't worry. If we were back home, I'd get you something better. I'll look for something better, okay, Donkey?
The axe weighs heavy in your hands.
All right. She is going to make her way back to the place.
Alrighty.
That
I will not-
unidentified name is totally unfamiliar.
Yeah.
I could
All
never
right.
guess what it actually is.
I got it.
You know.
I got the axe. I am high as a kite because I wouldn't have been able to get the axe if I didn't. And she goes and sits down in the corner.
Oh, good. Okay. Do
Okay.
you want to check on her, or oh yeah, I feel like she's self-medicated, so
It's a sedative because I can't go into small places without it. I have 3 more flasks of it if anyone else needs it. It's very calming.
I think you're fine. I think she's fine.
I am A-okay.
Yeah, we'll just watch her.
As she's going to pull out a cloth and start wiping down the axe as she gets ready to rest.
Alrighty. Does anyone wish to do anything before they rest and level?
I literally can't. As far
Literally
as
can't do
Kazuko
anything
goes.
else.
She is going to just sit on her briefcase in the corner.
Alrighty. I imagine Brian sits as well, probably going through some materials.
Only
What I'm
against the
expecting.
wall, like right here.
And
Or
Right
is she
around
just going to
saying
make sure
anything.
the doors are closed, I think.
she's actually going to use a
Doors
stylish quick
closed.
change to change into her last outfit.
Close.
Her PJs.
Nah, she doesn't have PJs. That really the thing that she's wearing currently is the most PJs, but she was in the rain, so we're going to be putting on outfit number 1, which is a black sleeveless turtleneck, a gray overcoat, and dark gray pants.
Were we out long enough that we'd be soaked, or just wet?
You would not be out for very long, honestly. You already dried up after the first time, too.
Yeah. Okay.
It's,
Well, because I need to take it off for my long rest, but I wanted to make sure if I had fire.
You would be damp.
Okay. It'll dry on its own.
Riri, say something. All you've been doing is scowling.
She just sticks out her
we-
tongue.
Okay, then how about this? Should we have a watch order? In case.
I think all of us are going to be in the room relatively. If you want to watch order, that's fine. There's a lot of us here.
Yeah, there are.
I imagine, Arthur, you want to take a watch just to make sure nothing comes in? I can go ahead and do that, sure.
When I will take a watch after this wears off.
Cool. I'm a light sleeper, so I could probably start.
You should probably start with.
I'm not a light sleeper. I've never needed much sleep. Like, I could probably finish the second half.
All right. I will put Brennan on watch 2 just because of how long Golem's Gates lasts. You said second half, so do you want 3 or 4?
I only need 4 hours, so when
3 or 4. I'll just set you on 3 then.
okay.
I'll have Karen do 1.
It's a good
1? Okay.
light sleeper because I am a very heavy sleeper.
You want to finish it off then? Be the final.
Sure, I'll wake up early.
4. Okay.
Wow, you get the longest uninterrupted sleep.
I will leave
Joke's on
Ulrich
you.
and I will leave
Second
Ulrich
longest.
and Brian unspecified for now until otherwise noted.
Joke's on you. That's just the old man thing where they wake up at 4 in the morning.
Yes. All right. So, everyone rests. I'm going to go ahead and hit the long rest button as we are going to level everyone up just real quick.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I mean,
Can I identify the axe?
You can try to, you would have to spend a part of your rest, I believe,
it's just,
trying to identify it. And then
no.
if it's a long rest, he can do both, can't he?
That's the rule that I run with. Generally, no.
I'd say in this case, because it's a long rest and the house situational, I can say you can do both.
Entirely fair.
So
It would be an hour
Hour for
identifying it, and then an hour attuning to it while I'm on watch.
you find it to be a +1 battle axe. It does seem to have some sort of special properties to it, though you're uncertain of the degree to them.
Okay.
You can attune to it if you wish to.
I would like to attune to it.
Okay. I will find the... There it is. I will identify it for you, and I will have you attune to it. As you
Bilestone,
attune to
my
Bilestone.
buddy.
You do... Brennan, as you are on your rest, attuning to the axe, you get the sense that the toads kind of croak in your mind. Your gut grumbles as you hear, "Hey, baby."
Hey.
Want to do some drugs?
Well. Someone's picked up old Bilestone after a long nap. What a lucky gal you be.
Yeah.
You get to re-roll that.
You do get to reroll that
I
once.
didn't even roll that anyways.
Yeah,
I
it's
will go
the
ahead and
nature of
start doing Ulrich's HP real quick.
That's way
That's
better.
pretty good.
Just go into your
Okay.
in
Yeah,
your class
I-
menu.
do it.
Gotcha.
Thank God that was explained before.
Yeah. All right. Let me.
Woo,
let
30.
me- I get my subclass. Meaning I get to update the layout. Fuck.
Subclass. Woo.
Layout. Wonderful. We will just drop a barbarian level in here for him. Hey, that would be a reroll if I did that normally.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
17.
17 plus...
Oh!
I'll take that 10.
Plus 3 plus 1, 15. That's a 10? You got a 10?
I'll
Hell
take
yeah.
that.
I
That
mean,
is
yeah.
26. Oh wait, I need to do it in the actual class menu. Yes.
Yeah.
How do
All
I
right.
do that? I do the magnifying glass? I do the magnifying
Yeah.
glass. Cool.
All
I
right.
will add that effect.
Magus level. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That is really good. Let me start dropping in for Ulrich, and I also have one for Cloud.
Okay.
Those are the only two I programmed because all the other stuff was super easy.
That's a good 9 for me.
That is pretty good. And there's also the tough die, the tough HP. So we will drop in.
I immediately forgot which one I was doing.
We will drop in Cloud's healing font if it will allow me.
Is Brennan also at 30 HP or 28?
Brennan. What's Brennan? Brennan doesn't get tough, I don't think. Brennan's not at 30 quite yet.
I mean, she will be, but
Right. Brennan, by the way, there is a funny little thing. I'm going to attune you to your new item.
okay.
I need it to be equipped real quick. Where is Bilestone?
Now never touch it again.
Never touch this shit again.
Right,
As we are going to open up magic items. And we're going to put this on you.
Reroll.
Ouch.
Brennan.
Hold on.
Roll D10.
Yeah.
As
Reroll.
you hear... reroll that. As you hear... The...
Oh my god.
reroll that shit. Hold on, I need to see this before we continue.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Unfortunately, I rolled it and it was a 10, but it didn't seem to go through.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
That's better.
Why don't you go ahead and drop Ulrich's stuff in real quick, and then I'll continue with what I was about to tell you.
Yikes.
Gonna go with Chrono Energy, by the way.
Understood.
Yo, time?
Time. No more once upon a time.
Plus.
We're gonna set this as barbarian features for you. Oh wait, I already have that. Then I can delete this one because that one's not useful right now. So we drag in. I get fucking drag, please. Drag. Hey, Dad, do that. Do the thing. Drag the thing. It's very stubborn, you see.
I get to add my intelligence
There it is.
modifier to my...
Now I have to deal with the second one. Drag. That was easy. All right.
To my initiative rolls. Nice.
Nice.
God damn it. Does
Okay, real quick, Snack. Now that I've got that sorted out.
this mean?
Let me handle it real quick.
Oh God.
Let me
Why
handle
did
it
I
real
go
quick.
for the battle shield?
So
I don't
Brennan,
know.
Yeah.
Question.
you hear as you're like the good old Bilestone. You're gonna be in for one hell of a ride. You feel yourself become more confident and resilient as your max HP increases by 2.
Yeah.
And you know for a fact that as long as you hold on to this weapon, each time you gain more skilled, advanced, your HP will continue increasing. As, while it doesn't show it on your sheet, the combat tracker does have your HP set as 30.
Okay.
So, to answer the question, Brennan does in fact have 30 HP.
Oh my goodness.
So if I have Bilestone out and I'm using it as my main weapon, will I still be bonking people with the shield for disadvantage?
You will in fact be bonking people with the shield for disadvantage.
She's cursed.
Yep.
Oh, I know. what
You
that is.
get...
Okay.
You get the sense that Bilestone is all the rage, baby. Battle axe is all the way. Any other weapon is
Axes, battle axes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any other weapons are for losers.
Can you make sure to pass the time, by the way?
Yeah, I can go ahead and pass the time.
Does,
I forgot that this doesn't actually do it itself.
Does anyone have like a normal shield?
I have buckler.
I will say this conversation is happening during.
Just out of character, I have a buckler.
The conversation will be happening during the rest, by the way, before we go to morning.
That makes
Well,
sense.
good thing I'm doing 2-weapon flurry, so I don't have to worry about the disadvantage.
You don't have to worry about the disadvantage, and Bilestone becomes all the more better.
Yeah, I'm using you And my
Right.
shield.
I imagine as
Hell
Karen's
yeah.
watching, she's just muttering to herself like, "Yay!"
This is completely happening within Brennan's head.
Oh, okay. I thought she was just like,
Oh no, Brennan responds out loud.
oh,
That's her active choice.
No, she will at one point. Yeah, hell yeah, milestone.
I feel like this is completely within her character.
I do need my HP changed then.
Yeah. Go into your class
yes.
and level
25. I
thing
think.
at the top of your.
What did you roll? You rolled a 9?
Yeah.
Rolled a 9.
I will
Go-
change that for you.
Okay.
There you go.
Should just be
25 HP. Not bad.
I get to add my intelligence modifier. I get a +3 to my initiative rolls. I have a
So,
+4 to those now.
Nice.
While you're doing that, I do have something actually for us, real quick.
Yeah.
I say real quick. It's not quite quick.
Oh shit!
As-
I also get Magecraft. I forgot about that. Oh no!
There
You
you go.
guys are having a rest, right?
Yeah.
As I'm going to pull up something.
Oh no.
Brendan,
Yeah.
you're on your rest. You're having the little powwow with Milestone. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby.
Hell yeah,
Um,
baby.
Your rest is coming towards an end. As who's next? It is Boris, right? I believe Boris is yes.
Yeah.
Boris, I imagine if you aren't woken up by Brennan, you wake up on your own, as it appears to be time to switch rests.
Yeah.
As I imagine, probably like sometime during that point, you would have heard when you woke up, Brennan go, "Hell yeah, baby,"
to
to
know
herself.
I do remain conscious.
Right, you are. Your race does work like that, doesn't it? I
Yeah,
haven't used
so-
them
so-
very much.
So I'm just sitting.
My statement remains relatively the
Oh
same.
yeah, totally. Just the point is, I'm sitting arm on knee, but I do hear everything I can hear.
Yeah.
So you definitely hear that stuff during the
Yeah, you
resting.
heard Brennan talking to her new act.
Kids be kids.
No, that's fair. Fair response, really. Right. Yeah. So you two switch shifts if no other words are passed.
Hell yeah, brother. Good luck on
As
your
Brennan.
acts.
Good luck. Hell yeah, brother.
Just go to sleep.
Hell yeah, brother.
Do you have a thing to sleep?
She goes
Bag.
and she's been sitting in her. 1 second, I need to check my inventory and what I have. She's been sitting in her bedroll.
Okay. She's
Oh,
just
that's
worming
okay.
out, going, "Yeah, brother, yeah." Just...
You have
Hell
a good
yeah,
playlist
brother.
for this.
Oh my god, she's so weird.
She's turning into
I'm going to.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's the impression I get. Alright. You are going to sleep in your bed rest?
Yep.
Alright. As the night passes, Brennan.
Yeah.
With a throbbing red smear in the back of your head, you find yourself stumbling around in the darkness. The scent of iron chokes both your throat and lungs as your stomach grows stiff, like a lump of lead. Your knees are heavily bruised as scabs form onto the torn skin. As you listen, you hear the loud clinking of iron chains, mixed in with the muffled grunts of beasts.
She will try and push her way out of wherever she's at.
You try to push your way out to wherever you are at, and you find your limbs heavy, unable to move quite the way you want them to, as it appears that there are heavy weights around you.
She tries to light up with the foxfire.
You try to light up the foxfire. There is nothing but darkness around you.
She
Brennan.
reaches for her flask.
You go to reach for your flasks. Your arms move together as there is no flask on your hip or wherever you keep it.
No,
There is
seriously.
nothing but unrelenting darkness and sounds around you. Brennan,
Not this again. No.
make me a perception check. You hear the sounds of men around you, of those who seem prepared for violence. The chainmail rattles against their leather jerkins as it creaks. You can hear the hard clattering of weapons, swords and daggers tucked away within the sheaths. Number of men is hard to keep track of, at least a dozen or so. You hear the jingling of keys from somewhere amongst the crowd.
I want to try and focus in on the keys.
You attempt to focus in on the keys. Sound seems to be coming relatively nearby. Somewhere beside you, a little bit behind. But not enough, quite, that you could turn around and get them, you think. As you examine the situation and look around, look down, notice that there appears to be something hard and metallic cuffed around your wrists.
She tries to bring up her hands closer to her eyes.
Make me an investigation check.
Ooh, baby.
From the outside, what is happening?
On the outside right now, there is nothing but Brennan in the darkness.
No, I meant from Boris.
I know.
Okay, got it.
They appear to be loose hanging iron shackles.
Did I? She feels around again, trying to figure out where she is.
You try to tug at the shackles, perhaps, during this time?
Yes. I can see them, right?
You can't see anything but darkness.
She moves her hands up to her face and tries to remove whatever is in front of her eyes.
You move your hands up to your eyes. There is nothing but the air between your face and your hands.
Why can't I see? It's like I'm in the cavern all over again.
As you, I imagine, try to tug at the handcuffs, they remain tightly locked. And as you squirm,
Let me out.
pulling harder at the
Let
cuffs,
me out.
something explodes in the back of your head, like an arrow piercing through your skull. You feel yourself reeling. Your knees buckle out from under your weight as a flash of white pops into your eyes. What feels like a large chasm is abruptly interrupted by the hard stone. Make me a constitution check.
Check or save.
A check. Despite the sudden fall, you somehow manage to remain in one piece. The grunting of the men can be heard distinctly coming from upstairs. Through the ring in your ears, you feel as if you hear voices, words in a broken tongue played upon the wind. If you wish to make them out, make me a perception check.
Alrighty. This is specifically hearing, right?
This is specifically hearing.
Hell yeah.
And you did it.
You can barely make out words and the garble snorting in between. Damn, prisoner. So much for your obstinance. What are you waiting for? Go get them from down the stairs. You don't want to keep the boss waiting. The ringing. The ringing continues as the world spins violently around you. You can see torchlight in the passage before you. Straight ahead. The echo of footsteps can be heard coming down from the chambers above, behind you. A torch seeps out of the darkness, like an infernal flame. The hairy arm of one of the men you've been listening to comes into view. You see the hideous jawline of a yellow-toothed man. His breath, as he gets closer, reeks of garlic and whiskey as a cloud of stench escapes out of his mouth. The helmet pulled over his head has a rough and tattered edge to it. Torn linen forms a sort of mask around his face. The black painted rim surrounding his hard, squinting eyes are the only discernible features.
Who are you?
You attempt to get up.
I attempted to get up.
Make me a dexterity check.
Yeah, that tracks.
Your limbs are unresponsive as you struggle to shift even a single one of them. As you ask, "Who are you?" you are suddenly yanked up by the back of the hair. The boorish man has a tight grip wrapped around it. As you struggle, and you see his face in the torchlight, a single line of drool runs down his cheek, probably from the spirits he's been indulging in. Flecks of spit spray off his lips as he struggles to speak. There's a certain glassy look behind his eyes. Off the ground, little worm. We don't need you going splat before we get to the end. His pull is hard.
Why don't you have another drink?
When we get to the cellar, I'll have another drink. Plenty of wine there.
Maybe we can enjoy it together.
Oh, you'll definitely enjoy it there. What's the hold up there? Get them up and moving. Right. They yank you up off the ground completely by the hair onto your feet. Thrust forward, you are forced to walk on your numb, stilted legs. As they bend and weave, you feel yourself trembling under the pressure. As you finally arrive at the end of the corridor, you collapse into a faintly lit chamber. Make me a perception check.
Not 20, let's go. Damn.
You are in what appears to be a basement. 4 pillars stand before you, each one bearing a sconce with a low burning torch. A wet, gaseous smell circulates the air around you. It's very reminiscent of mustard seed with a hint of clay mixed in. A slow, cool breeze shifts the curls of your hair as it brushes past your face. You notice a collapse in the wall at the back of the chamber. Standing before it, with back turned to you, is a broad, shouldered brute. Brennan, make me an intelligence check.
Okay.
This is a mercenary, perhaps the leader of this group, as mentioned before. As you
No, I'm all for a good time, but the girl's gotta know when to stop, and so do you guys.
quiet up there. No words until we get to the boss, you. You know what you've been in here for. And
I
as...
think I'm a bit hungover. Can you remind me?
Oh, I'm sure you have plenty of time to talk to the boss about your discretions. With that not. And as you are shoved forward by your jailers, you get a sinking feeling within your stomach for the hole you're approaching. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. A very disconcerting feeling. As I'm going to drop the frightened effect onto you.
No.
Caused by your own inside squirming at the sight of this hole. A very
Don't put me in
cramped
there.
hole. You are,
I'll do anything. Just don't put me in there.
as you are shoved forward, you are standing before the broad-shouldered brute. It is at this very moment that you notice the muscular physique beneath his armor. A heavy fur coat adorns his back. You get the impression that it had once been that of a bear. As he turns around, you see the full extent of his burnished armor. A metallic skull stares right at you. The lower jawline is missing, like that of the boorish man, as bluish-black teeth adorn the upper half of his face. Dark eyes meet yours as a hard gaze peers down at you through the horned helmet. The many slashes that have notched their way into his armor demonstrate his countless years of experience. As you see his well-worn sword and battle axe, a single thought worms its way into your mind. This man has killed before. I need you to make me a wisdom check. As the cold chains rattle around your wrists, you notice the oppressive weight bearing down on you, almost as if you're sinking into the ground. The room and others around you grow enormous, and you begin to feel very, very small. As the brute is turned around, he is emptying a wine glass. Welcome, gentlemen. Care for a drink?
Hey, let me out. Please. I can't be here.
What's all the tongue-tied about? Haven't you come to visit me, my noble lord? Have the weight of your sins finally dawned on you? The brute strides up to you, holding the wine glass. Tongue parched. Careful a drink.
If it'll get,
Your what?
if it'll get me out of here, then sure.
He
Won't say no to a drink.
lifts the wine glass up as he begins pouring it over your head. With a smile, the red wine stings your eyes as it runs down your chin. Ah, my apologies, noble gentlemen. My hand kind of slipped. Quite ashamed, too. To waste such good wine after you've come all this way. I'm sure, as my guest, you can still drink from it. He looks down. The floor is covered with a puddle of wine. What? Thirst quenched already? Drunk or what?
Wasted perfectly good wine. I'm not drinking it off the floor.
Well, that's your loss, I suppose. After all, I suppose it's been... what? 18 hours since the last time you drank. I guess you don't need anything yet. Not until another 18 hours. Brennan, as he says these words, you feel your mouth unbearably dry.
Not. Unless you're gonna offer me a good time, I'm not gonna take anything you give me to drink. Gotta be in a cup or not at all.
Well, seems your hands are tied a bit.
Sure, you fellas know how to show a lady a good time with a drink?
Sure. But I'm not speaking to a lady now, am I?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Noble gentlemen, I don't see any lady around here. The only lady that is currently anywhere is miles off. And I would hardly call her a lady.
But I'm not.
Now, you must be confused. Maybe the dog has been scrambling your brain for a while.
I am not a noble. My name is Brennan.
Call yourself whatever you want, noble gentleman. Thing stands as is. You're a traitor standing before your lord.
What do you mean? I'm
What
here
do I
to kill
mean?
Mara. Came here to kill Mara, or to at least cleanse her from the house.
You hear the chamber roar with laughter of the men around you. You hear that? This swine right here says he's here to kill Mara after he flat out refused us when we asked him if he wished to kill Mara before. What a rocket! Tongue-tied, mouth-dried, shoved in the dock for 18 hours after adamantly refusing to step aside. Letting that vixen, supporting her, letting her walk around the countryside, gathering an army. And now, when he's brought before the Lord, ready for his due diligence in a nice glass of red wine, he now says, I want to kill Mara.
I must have been confused. I think I understand what's going on. Give me my final drink. And kill me already.
Well. What a riot. Finally. Wipe the tears away. No.
Glad I could give you gentlemen a laugh before you go. Before I go.
The man before you looks at the rest as they let out chuckles. The echo in the chamber. Kill ya. No. There wouldn't be any joy or fun in it in just killing you. No, sir. Come on, noble gentlemen. And here I was thinking we could have a nice, long, civilized conversation between us. I was hoping to have someone else to talk to other than these men around me. Very trustworthy men, but not so bright.
You can try, but I don't think what I know is going to be any use to you. Given these aren't my memories.
A shame it is, I suppose. What a shame, too, that I'm gonna make you come around. But, oh well. I guess I'll just have to settle for... Yes. Yes.
I'd be all for talking if this wasn't some kind of memory I'm living through. It's not mine.
Some memory. Delusional bastard. But oh well. I guess I'll have to just settle for another decoration to adorn my halls with anyways. Considering...
Take bile stone and chop off my head.
You see him strike a surreal smile at that. Your gut sinks once again, Brennan, at that smile. Bilestone. Bilestone is reserved for men on the battlefield, little man. I said I wanted a decoration. Consider it a crucial thought piece for the next man that comes around. Maybe he'll be more talkative than you, as you see the man step to the side and gesture towards the hole with a threatening manner. You see behind the few remaining bricks a space no larger than that of a casket. Besides is a stack of bricks, with the trowel inserted into a mound of mortar. Perhaps a nice jug of fire giant whiskey would help you change your mind. Maybe help wet that tongue of yours. Oh, but don't you worry.
No.
There'll be plenty of it waiting for you. I'm not as stingy as a man as people make me out to be. You just have to
Not on the wall.
go digging a bit behind that wall, you know? I'm quite sure
Don't put me in there.
I'm quite sure you'll have lots of time to take in that sweet, fiery aroma. Might even help cool your spirits.
She'll try and swing their hands at the person.
Make me an attack roll.
Just do like a strength check.
Yeah, just do a strength check.
No,
Brennan,
anywhere
you
but there. Anywhere but
swing
there.
your hands with ferocity and a staggering fear as it simply clatters, making a dink against the man's armor as he looks down at you.
I can't go in that hole. I can't go into a place like that.
Noble gentlemen, the time for talking has long passed. You should have reconsidered that a long time ago. As, with a final gesture, Brennan, the man cackles beneath his mask as dry laughter echoes within the chamber. You are grabbed by your shoulders as the boorish men around you throw you into the alcove behind the wall. With a hard thud, you land in a crash of metal and dust. A coarse powder like sand enters your mouth as the debris settles.
No. As Brennan curls up, knowing what's about to happen.
You do not try to fight against it.
They are hyperventilating. No. Not again. I'm not gonna be in that cavern again.
As you lie down, curled up in the alcove, you see that your arms are stuck behind you. Turning to look, you see the chains bound to your wrists wrapped around a gnarled root. As you are trapped here. And as you do so, you hear the sounds of the scraping trowel and see the hole growing smaller and smaller at an alarming rate. Eventually, in less than what feels like a minute, the hole is nearly completed as the last few bricks remain, held by the men outside. And if you do not resist, for your own sake, Brennan, roll me a wisdom check. A final check. With the final strokes of the trowel, the last brick is put into place, as any remaining shred of light vanishes with it.
That's a rude wisdom check for a level 2 character. Oh.
As who was on the next watch, Boris?
Yeah, it's me and whoever else wants to wake up.
Boris, who were you? What will you say you were doing during this situation? During your watch?
It starts with me just looking around, and then I probably pull out the Heroica card. Not to do a reading, but to just like
Fiddle with them,
see what one gets pulled out. Not do like a full reading, but like, oh hey, it's the merchant. Stuff like that.
You pull from the Troca deck?
Yeah.
I'm going to say high or low, roll a D100.
I'll do high.
Okay. Let me open something up for you as you manage to pass the check. The Troca deck is not entirely, from your understanding, Boris,
Yeah,
with
I
your
only have,
previous understanding, with your history check before, or your, I believe history it was.
Yeah.
You know that Troca decks are... You found it weird that there was a silk cloth on it. From your understanding, going through your mind, having a bit of a rest, Tarokkan decks are particularly well kept by the Vistani. There is a certain tradition that only the Vistani can properly read from the Tarokkan deck. However, there is powers that are imbued in them. You've seen madams before use them and seen them to effect to varying degrees. However, they keep them sealed with a silk cloth. If that cloth is not wrapped around it, or the deck is not properly sealed, the Tarokkan deck tends to lose its power. As you pull from the deck a single card, as you pull the Shepherd card, which represents those who protect others, one who bears a burden far too great to be shouldered alone. And I'm going to say, because of that particular check, and because of the particular situation, there was a second card that got pulled with it. You pull the Beast card. A great rage or passion. Something bestial or malevolent, hiding in plain sight, or lurking just below the surface. You get the sense that this card is not meant for you.
I guess there's still a little bit of mysticism in this deck. And then
What?
I said mysticism in this deck.
No, yeah. I was gonna ask something, but you continued.
Go ahead.
No. The fact you continued answered.
Okay, got it. I'll carefully put it back and wrap it in the silk, and then just check on everyone.
As you are doing this, Boris, you take a look around after focusing on the Tarokkan deck for a momentary glance. I'd say Ulrich is probably awake during this time. Just kind of in the corner taking a look over some of the stuff he has on him. As he sees your eyes and looks up and nods, as you are taking a look around. You see in the room of 8 people, there are only 7 people within the room.
This happened. Okay.
Are you counting yourself?
Yes, I walk over to where she was.
Oh fuck, Brandon's gone. What the fuck?
I'm investigating the area.
I just looked back at the screen.
Are you counting yourself? Oh shit.
Ulrich sees you get up and takes a moment and gets up too. What's up?
Well, no one walked past me. So...
Wait a minute. Wasn't?
Yes.
You're sleeping in the corner, right?
Yes.
Don't remember anyone going through the door by me.
Oh fuck.
She went up the chimney. No. We would see or hear something, and there's almost no way Cloud wouldn't
It's
hear
possible, but there's a door behind me. I was only paying attention really to the door next to me.
No,
roll a new character.
It's
No, not yet.
No, I know where you are.
well, we knew this room wasn't going to be completely safe.
Shade knows where
Should-
she is, I think.
We should wake the others.
Understood. I'll go put my armor on.
Forrest begins shaking awake the person closest to him. He shakes Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Did I leave anything behind?
That's why I went over there to look.
I will say, as you are looking there, Boris, you see an empty bottle of whiskey labeled Red Truffle and a vial one you've seen Brennan take before.
Fully empty, right?
Both fully empty at this point. Those are the only remaining traces of Brennan.
Okay.
So weapons and stuff.
Then,
I mean, she took her armor off to go to bed.
Armor? That would be there then.
Okay.
Anything
I'll put that in
Brennan
my-
left behind will be
I
in
will
the
put
room.
that in my bag then.
She probably would have had Bilestone next to her. Would she have had it?
Bilestone
Or-
is missing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put her armor in my bag then and start putting on my own armor.
I will set your armor as unequipped for now, Brennan.
I already did.
Okay, cool. Hey,
Yeah.
wait. Karen, I believe? Karen?
What?
Go.
That situation happened. We need to wake everyone up. Brennan's missing.
I'll keep going.
Again?
Yes.
Yes, she's gone. She left only a bottle and the flask she was drinking from earlier.
And her armor.
And her armor.
She-
She does have her
I'll
armor
go
on
with
her.
The others, I got this.
Just kind of lazily looks at you. Glass is currently off, but still looking like she can still see. Okay, I'm already dressed.
Alright. You guys wake up the others in the room.
Yep.
Cloud is woken up by Boris. So I'll set him over here.
Yeah.
Cloud, you are shaken awake by Boris.
Is he?
Lay Devin. Lay here.
My goodness, what?
We got a
Good morning.
kidnapping. It's a little early.
Oh no.
We got a missing person on us.
Apparently my stupid sister got kidnapped.
Well, most likely.
Well, how did that happen?
Oh, ghost powers. The
Oh
house probably
boy.
just swallowed her up. The floor probably just opened below her and just whoop.
I'm honestly surprised neither of us noticed it, though.
You can be surprised how seamlessly. I mean, yeah. The other
Alright, off we
Arthur
go.
and
Alanic?
yeah, are they fully?
They
asleep?
are.
They're
They are fully asleep. Okay. Oh, what?
Oh, just something bad.
Oh, good. Yes, what is it?
Oh, we're down a member because the house stole her.
What?
Hey, I said this house is not right.
Oh, we're missing someone. Okay.
Yeah, and they're in the basement. I can just guarantee it.
As they are having this conversation upstairs, Brennan,
You're in the basement.
Brennan, you're in the basement. Brandon, you regain consciousness, we'll say, from
1 second, I'll be right back.
the darkness that you were curled up in. You see before you a sort of wood, almost as if you are inside a casket itself. Like a
Or
coffin.
Milestone.
Milestone is on you, however, the area is so cramped that it's hard to pull it out.
She is not okay.
You are in a very cramped area. As
Panic.
Snack,
Mhm.
on your sheet there is a section called Stress and Fear.
Yes.
I want you to move Brendan's stress score up by 1.
Right now.
As that will remain until you spend a full day doing nothing but resting.
Let me out.
The wood almost feels like it's constricting against you, like it will consume or crush you, turn you into some sort of jelly.
She's going to immediately try and burn the wood away.
You're going to try to burn the wood away? Okay. Do you have any particular attack rolls for that?
She's gonna do the produce flame and hold it up to the top of the thing. Very panicking.
I'll say make me an attack roll with advantage because of the situation then.
Just so it's out there, my passive perception is 16 for hearing.
Understood. What is everyone's passive perception, by the way? Let's take a look.
Ooh, not very.
Double threes.
16, 11, 16, 14, 11, 13. So 2 16s, effectively.
Yeah.
And one of them's missing.
Oh no.
Oh, wait.
15s for
Your passive perception 16 right now, Shade?
Specifically for hearing, just because I have advantage on
Oh.
checks. Yep.
Right, to me. Okay, gotcha.
Let me out.
Comes with the benefit of having 4 years.
Yeah, the wood seems to lick the flames, as it seems to be a very damp wood and does not alight.
Begins clawing, banging on it.
You begin clawing and banging at it. As I'm going to say, 16 is not enough to hear this. Not yet. Feel free to make me a strength check, however.
Okay.
Could have been that 17.
I will say that is enough. As Brennan, as you are banging against this casket, you claw, you scratch it, you bang it, you make as much noise as possible trying to escape.
She's
You hear-
screaming her head off.
You scream your head off.
Okay, I'm back.
I can't. I'm just not going to scream because it is late.
Yeah, no worries. And you hear the wood splitting finally as you smash through the barrel. As I'm going to share this map with you.
Get
As
barrel.
you smash through the wood, falling onto the floor. And I say with that, the people of 16s do in fact hear screaming. Coming from the northeastern hallway towards the kitchen. But seems to be further away than that.
In the basement. Let's go. Sorry, I'm just.
Sounds like direction.
Do I have anything else on me?
You have anything that you didn't take off of you.
She always keeps her medicine belt, her flasks on her.
You do have those.
Pretty much whatever was left, I have in my bag, and whatever's still on you is still on you.
Okay. She will take a second, observe her surroundings. No, I don't have the materials in case there's more, so I just gotta buck up, Buttercup.
Brennan, as
My-
you are talking...
My
Oh, go ahead.
friends. Yeah, it's you and me, baby, right? Awesome.
Yeah, baby. You and me against the world.
I am so glad you played that game.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And Brennan,
So
as you are speaking to yourself, you hear a almost comically bad coming from the room as before you. See some sort of thing
Ah, fuck.
like a cat, but naked.
Excellent.
I will say people will have made it at this point to the stairs if they were
Boris is
rushing.
is rushing and not stopping.
I will say
I'm going to.
He's not even waiting for a light behind him. He's just going.
How long
you know what's
would it have
great.
taken to actually like start to actually like hear Brennan?
they're here, Brennan.
Yeah.
How long it would have taken?
Yeah.
It would have been like since you woke up.
Yeah.
Enough time to catch mage armor, if that's what you're asking.
The 10-minute casting time or just an action?
Besides, however long.
10-minute casting time, I'll say.
Let's say,
Okay.
however long it gets Boris to put his armor on is how long you have before he starts going.
Pretty much the 10-minute
Right.
casting time.
That's fair. Okay.
So,
Because once that armor's on, he's not stopping.
Well, that's
So,
himself.
Brennan is immediately going to dash, then bonus action dash.
Understood. I will.
That puts me to 90 plus
I'm going to say, real quick,
plus
snack.
another 30 from Traveler.
Snack. I'm going to say because we are 5 minutes from 11, and Sid will be probably here next week, and we're about to start a combat thing. We
Yeah.
will save this for next week.
Yeah,
One second.
The scene's us just rushing down the stairs as you're like, maybe I can do something, and then it cuts.
I took all this time to put on my mage armor. I didn't get a chance to swap out of the more tight clothing. Damn.
So
That sucks. You should have done that first.
that will be that's 30 to 60 to 90 to 120 from Traveler plus another 20 from Vulpine Instinct.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I have a 140 foot movement speed to GTFO.
Does
Damn.
Ulrich have the movement speed boost yet?
Orc?
Barbarian.
That's not until like
No, that's not
level.
until a long
That's
time.
Okay,
That's
I always
level.
forget when they get that.
That's like
Not in
fifth
this
or-
adventure
That's
right
fifth or
now.
seventh, I think.
That's
I
like
always-
Fifth
6
for
or
the
7.
10-foot. Fifth is the
Is that for
10-foot
10?
boost. 7 is the
Feral
charge
instinct.
one.
Okay.
Charge. Feral instincts. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
always forget. I just knew you get it, which is a bit weird to me.
Schwab,
This is why I wanted to be second level, specifically for Brennan's bullshit double dash speed.
Meow.
Yeah.
Entirely fair.
Oh, we missed the whole.
So yeah, Shade. That was the 2,000 word thing I was telling you about.
I can tell.
That
I'm
makes
honestly amazed that she was in the cask. That's,
And not the
I-
wall.
I was expecting her to be in a wall.
I mean, you did read the cask of Amontillado.
That's
What do you-
a joke.
Look.
Um,
Remember, he said a cask of Fire Giant whiskey because Brennan fucking brought up Fire Giant whiskey last week. I was like, I already knew the angle this was going for, but now I've definitely been given a proper name to work with.
I do like how I can't tell if I'm putting down reading what you're putting down with the cards, but I think I totally got everything you meant with the cards.
I think you did a really good job with the cards. If you didn't, maybe perhaps get everything. We'll see. We'll see at the end what you managed to figure out.
Is this?
Hmm?
Which
Be-
one
the
is
be-
her? Oh,
the beast
she's Donjon. Is she the Donjon one?
No. The beast card I pulled was for you.
Oh,
well,
Got
All
it.
that was previous people.
Yeah,
Boris
all that
is
was
just like,
previous.
this is a little bit
Probably.
too similar to what we're having. Oh,
just so we
because-
can.
okay.
because it's a
Out
group
of
of people doing
character.
good.
Are these the caps that fucking explode if you cast at them?
We'll find out next week.
I was about to say we leave that on the cliffhanger for the audience.
I think these ones are specifically Von Richten's. I have not
These
read
are
them.
specifically Von
Cloud's
Richtens.
like, we're fighting cats. Oh fuck yeah!
I like to imagine the comically bad sound they make is when Link pretends to be a cat during that one mission where he's stalking the girl in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Cloud meets him
Meow.
and just starts hissing.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
That should.
that is all for this week. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty
So,
good.
um,
So is this because I drank the wine, or is it just the?
Happenstance.
this is
Yeah.
just a fuck with you. I
Got
just
it.
found out I'm
yeah,
gonna have to stay up until
baby.
4:30, so that's fun.
Why do you have to stay up?
I'm dropping off my sister.
I gotcha. Let's
uh,
boogie.
We will, which actually makes me glad that we don't have session tomorrow. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I enjoy Milestone.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
And
of course,
she's 100%.
Let's
Vibing.
actually end this
just so I
this
can,
video
you
now.
know. Yep. So, of course, next week we're back with more of this. Also, I did not actually update the layout, but I can do that between sessions.
Dragonfall.
Yeah. Next week we have the first session of Dragonfall Remnants, which I'm mostly ready for.
I'm
I
excited.
have a few other things to do.
Very
Maybe
excited.
Cheery's gonna have a lot of outfits, and I hopefully goddamn can draw them and not just lose all motivation.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh god, I have to write more for next week because there's still stuff I have to write.
Don't worry, I get to tell everyone gets to experience Irene's brain damage and the brain damage and the
I
brain
can't wait
damage,
for you to
brain damage.
in the future relate someone the story of how you got shoved in a casket of wine in the future.
Insight.
Yep.
Well, we are going to leave it there. So
Her hair is definitely much more red.
we'll see you in the coming sessions. Have a wonderful whenever you're watching this. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.